1 and 2. It goes on a point scale, and a lot of that has to do with the size of the school you play and so forth. Versailles right now at 1 and 2. They're one of 3 teams in the district at 1 and 2, joining North Callaway and Cole Camp, but sitting in that 4th spot with 27 points. Now, they are 10 points behind the next highest spot, who's only a point ahead of them, so Warsaw and South Callaway still leading them. But they're about 4 spots up on North Callaway, Cole Camp, and Carrollton. So in my mind, for districts, the biggest thing for Versailles, give yourself a chance at a home game as the season goes along. Your schedule is about, I don't want to use the term easier because it's high school football. Any given day, anybody can show up and do something. But you've taken on the 2 big dogs and proven that you can play with them. If you can rack up a couple wins and start climbing these district standings, I have a feeling these boys would love to see Warsaw again in districts.
Oh, yeah. Well, football is the epitome of the game of momentum. You know, it's just like the NFL. It's the team that's winning at the end of the year that usually goes on the best playoff run. It's not really about the beginning of the year. That's why we're not panicking about the Chiefs too much right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, their best football is still coming.
Yeah.
But really, you know, we get a couple wins. You know, like I said, tonight, hopefully we can get this thing back to 2 and 2. I think Cole Camp will be coming up. You know, I think we'll match up pretty well with them. You know, you get on a little run, you get that momentum, you get a little confidence. Man, that winning, it starts to get, I don't want to ever say it's easy. It's not, but it starts to become a little bit more, I don't know the word, you know.
A little more normal, a little more.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm with you, and we'll touch on that in just a moment. This is the Winter Shelton pregame before Versailles and El Dorado Springs. Real quick, though, I do want to slide in the Lake Regional Injury Report, and I got a kick talking with Coach Seitz. We'll get to that coach's interview shortly as well. One of the things Coach Seitz points out to me tonight is you know, we're at this point in the season, everybody's got a bump, a bruise, several of them. I mean, we talked about Reese with the pulled groin and whatnot. I do feel like there comes a fine line, though, between injured and a little beat up. And especially with football players, they're kind of a different breed of athletes, where what might be an injury in another sport to a football player, it's just a bump and a bruise.
Trust me, I'm a middle school football coach. We talk about that a lot. What's actually being injured versus just you got a little boo-boo. Yeah, sometimes them boo-boos can sure hurt for a little while, but it doesn't mean you're necessarily hurt. But, yeah, I mean, this is the time of year where the grind will start to kick in a little bit. About week 4, week 5, you'll start to see injuries. You'll start to see kind of who's wearing down just a little bit. But, you know, once again, that goes back to why I think tonight is a big game. You know, this sets the tone for the rest of the way. Murderers Row, the first 3 games are done, and this literally sets the tone. Because, like you said, there is no easy wins out there. But there's a lot of teams I would rather play than those first 3 games.
No, I completely agree. It's about how you match up, size, things of that nature. But we'll touch on that in just a little bit. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more. You're listening to the Winter Shelton pregame show here on the Hewlett Automotive KS95 Sports Broadcast. I don't know how I just ran that together. We're going to take a commercial break. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine and Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
Hi, this is Greg at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach. It's time for you hunters, ranchers, farmers, and outdoor enthusiasts to plan your time off the grid. Surdak Yamaha has over 200 dirt bikes, motorcycles, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides coming in now. There's never been a better time to take you and your family outside deep in the Ozark Forest to find your secluded spot. Beat next year price increases and find your perfect Yamaha, KTM, or CF Moto today. There are many positions open at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach. We need mechanics, we need sales guys, parts guys, dock girls. We need it all. Come see us today and join the winning team at Surdak Yamaha in Osage Beach.
You ride on our reputation. Gary Surdak. You ride on our reputation. You ride on our reputation.
The goal of the morning
Morgan County Health Center in Versailles to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
And we are back here at the Winter Shelton pregame show, getting ready for this matchup between Dorado Springs and Versailles. And Jason, one of the things we were talking about before we went to break was just getting used to winning. And I know to a lot of people, they think, what do you mean getting used to winning? It's winning. Everybody wants to win. But let's just call it what it is. When you're a program that has not won a lot of games in quite a while, and it's not something that you just walk on the field expecting, it is something you have to get used to.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. It's overstated. We've already said it. Winning is one of the most difficult things you can do to teach kids how to win. Because it's literally winning requires a whole mindset, clear back on Monday practice and Tuesday practice. You got to go hard in reps. You got to get the reps. You got to want to get in things. You have to do all the little things for a Friday night to work in this sport. So you don't just show up on a Friday and let's go win. You have won or lost this game most likely already between Monday and Thursday. Based on your practice, was everybody there? How hard you went? It is tough, man. Colton, football is tough. It's a tough sport, and it's tough to win in it.
Well, and I'm just going to say what it is here. If you look at where Versailles came from, also, I know there's been a lot of people on both sides of the fence when it came to leaving the Tri-County Conference, but Versailles was the smallest school in the Tri-County. When you were used to going into conference play and you knew, we're going to go to Blair Oaks and we're about to get slapped in the mouth by the future state champions. Yeah. We're going to go to Southern Boone, a team that's got 3 times as many kids as us, and their O-line's going to weigh 100 pounds more than us, and they're going to bully ball us. Now, and I'm not saying this conference is not on the same level. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying they're similar size.
Well, in fact, I will tell you this. There will be people that will say, well, our players are just as good as Californians or just as good as Eldons or who. You're right. Yeah, our starters against other starters can be competitive.
Yeah.
The problem is when you look at the sideline and there's 55 kids on one sideline ready to sub and play one way, and there's 8 or 9 or 10 on ours. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. And after a while, we're constantly seeing kids in casts, kids on crutches, kids. How much you want to ask of these kids? Colby Williams was here. I never seen any a football team milk any more out of a kid.
Ain't that the truth?
Both sides of the ball, everything. That kid literally.
And hats off to him because he did it. I mean,
yes,
they went toe to toe with Lamar that one year in districts.
And why is that? Because we had good kids, but we just don't have numbers. We don't match up well number wise with the Tri-County schools no more.
Yeah,
but we do when you look over at Butler's sideline. They're a good football team. There's some good football in that conference, but they had as many kids on their sideline as us. They're having the same deals with practice that we do. So that's where a lot of people, I don't think, understand why this new conference, kind of fits us a little bit better at this particular time in history.
No, I think it's a great fit. And before we get ready for the coin toss tonight, I did have a chance to catch up with the head coach of the Versailles Tigers, Warren Seitz, and ask him how his team looked going into tonight's contest.
Well, I mean, we had a couple good practices, had a couple kids injured this week, but overall, I think we're excited to play and get back at home on this beautiful night. So we'll see how it goes.
Now, to backtrack to last week, you guys had a battle with Butler, and I've been telling folks all week the score doesn't necessarily reflect how that game went. What did you take away from that matchup with your new conference foe?
Well, we were battling the first half. The second half, they kind of took it to us, especially up front. So we need to make sure that we play a full 4 quarters and be physical and get better up on the line of scrimmage. So hopefully we got some things accomplished this week.
We're starting to get closer and closer to the midway point of the season, and this seems to be when you start seeing some bumps and bruises piling up on kids. How are things looking as far as the injury front goes for your squad?
We got a couple guys bumped and bruised, but a couple of them are playing. A couple of them will not play tonight. But, we got to try to find some depth, and hopefully the young guys or the other guys that step into those roles can fill those shoes and do a good job for us.
What do you know about Dorado Springs?
Well, they like to run the ball. They run the flex bone and run a large percentage of it. So our run defense is going to have to be ready to go. And then defensively, they run a 4-4. And so we'll try to get into formation so we can be successful against that.
All right, a chance for your boys to get back to 500 tonight. What's it going to take?
Well, it's going to take 4 quarters for sure. It's going to take some big plays. Hopefully we have some big plays, and our defense is going to have to play better.
That was head coach Warren Seitz with the Dunn Group Real Estate Advisors coaches interview. Yeah, this is a great start to the broadcast right now. If I'm struggling to talk right now, what's going to happen when we actually get into the game? Oh, man. No, what I was trying to say earlier is a special thanks to Hewlett Chevrolet Buick GMC of Camdenton. They are the title sponsor of our broadcast, making this possible here tonight. We are actually hanging out in the Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, powered by EXP Press Box. I'm Colton Taylor. This is Jason Vansel. We haven't got Jason sponsored yet. We're working on it. If you'd like to have your logo on Jason's chest, we can make that happen. And Mark Sidebottom back at the studio.
Good year, blimp.
Jason, I got to ask on a personal level, I know tonight's game has a little extra meaning for you because there is a Vansel back out on the field.
Yeah, Michael's back. Football's the greatest memories I ever had in high school. I always wanted him to have them same memories, and he didn't really kind of go that way with it, I guess, when he got to high school. But then when he did, and it lasted a whole series where he broke his leg, it was kind of devastating. But he's back tonight. I'm a little mixed. I'm glad to see him out there. He even chose my old high school number, which I'm a little mixed about that. My mom watched me wear that number. His mom, he get his own number. But I'm proud of him. He's worked hard to get back to this point. And of course, Coach Seitz can always use big bodies. So he'll help out no matter what. But, yeah, I'm a little worried. But, that's just the dad part of me coming out a little bit.
Well, I got to tell you, on a personal level, you raised a fine young man. He's a great kid. And my biggest hope for tonight is I want to see Michael go out there, not only stay healthy, but I want to see him lay down a pancake block before the night's over.
I want to see him have fun. That was the biggest thing. His junior year was not fun. I want to see my boy have fun. So.
Looking out there, it looks like the team has made their way out onto the field. And while they're getting ready to run through, Jason, why don't you give us the offensive starters for the Versailles Tigers?
Sure thing. A 5'10", senior running back, number 2, Chase Shoemaker. We have 6'3", junior, number 6, Reese Murdoch. 5'10", senior, number 7, Ty Allison. We have 5'11", junior quarterback, Fletcher Bias, number 10. We have a 6'1" senior, number 11, Xavier Jones, the X-Man. We have a 6'4" senior, Tristan Albright, number 12. We have on the lineman down here, we have 5'10" sophomore, Dalton Raisin, number 52. 5'10" sophomore, Tyler Morrison, number 55. 5'10" junior, Shane Bright, number 57. 6'3" senior, Michael Vansel, number 64. And we have 6'1" sophomore, Jay Sean Cotton, number 77. A lot of youth on that line.
Hey, that's good to see. And right now, we're getting ready for the coin toss. This is now brought to you by our friends Danner Roofing and Construction. Versailles walking out for the coin toss. Hats off to the camera operator up top. I love this view we've got going here of the coin toss. Going out there, I see Ty and Reese, Fletcher, and that's terrible. Who is 29? I should know this right off the top of my head.
Which number is that?
29.
Number 29. That is Jonathan Klein.
Jonathan Klein out there with them as once again we are doing the Danner Roofing and Construction coin toss here, and we've said it a lot, but I will say it again. This is a big game for the Tigers. If you are at 500, 4 games into the season, especially with this isn't a new program, but you felt like it was a new beginning this year, a new conference.
Yeah.
You've got numbers. You're just a different team this year.
Yeah, something's different in the air, and it's all new. And this is where the grind starts about week 4. And if you can be 500, man, going into the kind of the mid stretch of your season, that's big.
So watching the video feed here, I do believe that El Dorado won the toss. I don't know if they've elected to defer or receive, but I do know they won the toss.
They're going to receive it.
They're going to receive. All right, I kind of like that. If I know when I've talked with some people from El Dorado, they said their big concern was they've struggled a little bit to put points on the board this year. And looking back at El Dorado, who they've played and what they've done thus far, once again, special thank you to JT as he got some of my notes ready. El Dorado comes in at 0-3. They lost at Forsyth by a score of 12-41. They lost at Mountain Grove by a score of 8-28. And then they lost at Buffalo in overtime, triple overtime, 26-32, which I don't mean to be this guy, but you scored 12 and you scored 8, and then with 3 overtimes, you still only put 26 on the board. This hasn't exactly been a high-scoring team, whereas if you look at the Versailles Tigers, I would argue their strength is on the offensive end, and the fact that, I mean, 12-8. Reese Murdoch had more than that. Reese actually had more points than that by himself in the first half of the last game.
Yeah, if we're passing good, that opens up our running game. If our running game is running good, it opens up our passing game. So we can put some points on the board.
Well, we are just about ready to get things underway. Versailles will be kicking off to start the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter. And Jason, I'm excited. You can smell the smoke bomb in the air. You can.
4th of July.
It is a great day here at Versailles, and nothing makes me happier also than seeing all the people in the stands.
It's one big change right there, Colton, is we got people showing up, buying into this whole new atmosphere that we're trying to create here. So congratulations to all the Tiger fans out there for making this special, too.
Opening kickoff is away on the return for El Dorado, starting at the 20, getting to the middle of the field, trying to cut it back, but the Tigers there, shutting it down at about the 28-yard line. Good open field tackle made there for the Tigers by Brady Dobbins.
Dobbins getting his first.
So let's see what this El Dorado offense has in store. I've heard a lot of rumblings that we're going to see some old school style offense.
Yeah, they're going to run some old school, some of that old. After you watch the Butler film, why wouldn't you?
Honestly, I mean, Butler ran everything between the tackles. The quarterback for El Dorado, number 4, Aiden Rodert. He is a junior, 6'160". He lines up under center. Looking back to the coach, trying to adjust the play of the line of scrimmage, I guess.
They used to run some of that spinner back stuff where you couldn't tell where the ball was.
And that's kind of the murmurs I've heard. We'll see her on 1st and 10 from the 28. It's going to be a handoff right up the gut. Boy, they move quick behind the line of scrimmage. And that dive goes up the middle for a gain of, we'll say 2, maybe, about 3-yard gain on 1st down. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 32 of El Dorado.
Yeah, Versailles is going to have to play good responsibility football against this offense right here.
I was trying to see who the back is at the moment. Lined up directly behind. Looks like Beasley. He's a sophomore, 5'9" and 150. He'll get the handoff up the gut. And, boy, when he gets those legs churning with a head of steam, he can get from point A to point B quick. He does so. That's about an 8-yard gain on 2nd and 6. That'll move the chains for a 1st down for El Dorado.
I actually thought somebody else had the ball. I literally did not realize who had the ball until they all got up.
They send so many people in motion at one time. Off the snap, 3 people could get it. The receiver comes in motion. Now he comes back behind the back. He'll bounce back out. That was Schmidt coming over. But it is Beasley lined up behind Rodert. Rodert under center once again, looking over to the coach. The coach is almost adjusting the play from the sideline.
Yep.
Rodert takes the snap. Receiver comes in motion. He's going to pitch it to the receiver. Receiver trying to cut it back. Versailles not having it. They stuff it at the line.
A big 55. Who's going to 55?
That is Tyler Morrison wrapping him up.
Big Timo getting it done.
That's what the Tigers are going to have to do. As quick as El Dorado moves, you cannot let them get that head of steam at the line.
No, you got certain people that are responsible for tackle on the back. You got some for the quarterback. Everybody's just got to do their job, man.
This just blows my mind. I mean, this is as old school as it gets. El Dorado is not looking to move quick, fast, or in a hurry. I mean, they're taking everything from the sideline. Rodert under center. Receiver comes in motion again. It's going to be a handoff right up the gut. Picking up 5, trying to turn his legs for more. He's not even going to get 5. That's going to be a 4-yard gain on 2nd and 10. So the Tigers forcing a 3rd and 6. When you can force anything longer than 3rd and 5 for a run-first team, you're really doing yourself a favor.
Yes, without a doubt. Versailles needs to not jump here. Watch that football.
3rd and 6. Rodert getting the play in from the sideline. That was Beasley with that last carry. They keep bringing Schmidt in motion, always a threat to get the handoff. Schmidt comes in motion again, but instead Rodert going to call his own number, gets to the left side, following the guard. There's a hole there. He crosses midfield. That's going to be enough for an El Dorado Springs 1st down.
Got to squeeze them gaps down, Tigers.
Yeah, Rodert not very big, but he is quick, 6 foot and 160.
He found that seam. Boy, they go quick, don't they?
They do, and it's going to be a keeper right up the middle, powering forward for a gain of about 5. And even this O-line is not very big. I mean,
no.
225 and 5'11 is the biggest kid on this O-line. The rest is right around 200 pounds even. But, I mean, that size doesn't matter if you've got speed on your side.
When you get up there and you get going quick like they just did, they caught us not ready on that last play.
The front 4 for Versailles is going to have to be strong. Here on 2nd and 6. Handoff, no, Rodert. He's going to flip to the receiver on the reverse. There's room on the left side. Turning the corner. Got blocks up ahead. 1st down and more at the 30. Trying to cut back, and a good tackle by the Tigers may have saved 6. I think that reverse caught Versailles off guard.
Yeah.
That was Brett Alexander, the junior wide receiver, 6'2", 165, coming from right to left on the reverse, and another El Dorado first down.
Yeah. We've got to do our jobs, man. We've got to do our jobs. Don't make you wrong if you're back there just looking in the backfield trying to guess.
Under center again is Roder. Receiver comes in motion. Beasley right up the middle. Breaks the tackle to the 10. 5. Touchdown, El Dorado. Quick hitter from Beasley. I mean, the Tigers are having to watch three things. Receiver going right to left. Beasley up the gut. Roder on the keeper. Plus, they got him with the reverse earlier. This El Dorado Springs team knows what they want to do and how they want to do it.
Yeah, this is definitely old school football right here, man.
Somewhere Bear Bryant is smiling.
Yeah.
Man, late getting in for El Dorado, but plenty of time on the play clock. Is they're actually going to kick an extra point? We don't see that very often. And it is, wow, up and good. I think it would have been good from about the 40.
Yeah.
Geez, what a kick. So El Dorado, they score on their first possession of the game. They go up 7-0 over Versailles in this Lowe's Home Depot. Wow, those two competing businesses. That was not smooth. In the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter, 8:45 to go. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Tim Schmidt Plumbing, Septic, and Excavating is a full-service plumbing company. Their highest quality licensed plumbers are some of the most qualified service professionals in the area. They can do anything from sewer pipe replacement to fixing a simple faucet leak at an affordable price. They provide a full range of plumbing, septic, and excavating services, including new home plumbing, water heaters, water softeners, new septic system, and land clearing. Licensed and insured. Call Tim Schmidt Plumbing, Septic, and Excavating for all your plumbing needs. 573-216-2292.
A good first drive for El Dorado, resulting in a 7-0 lead. Jason, what is Versailles going to have to do to adjust to stop that run?
Well, you just have to do your responsibility. D-line usually have running back. You have outside backers that's got quarterback. You got somebody on the pitch guy. And you just have to tackle that person every time and not worry about if they have the ball or not. That way, everything's covered.
On the ensuing kickoff, Tigers going to start from the 20. That is the X-Man with it. He gets to the middle of the field, taking a defender with him and driving him almost to the 40. Big return for the X-Man, yeah. Xavier Jones.
Yeah, and, we said last week he was going to start making impacts on games, and he had a couple big catches. Had a big hit down by the goal line last week, and already he's off to a good start right here.
Yeah, how much fun that has to be born with that cool of a nickname.
I know.
Like, if that doesn't strike fear in other teams' hearts, who's that? That's the X-Man.
You got them back in MCAC football back in 3rd and 4th grade.
All right, Tigers, they have the size advantage on the line. Let's see if they can use it. They're going to spread out two receivers, two each side. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker to his right. Bias takes snap. He's looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. Trying to take the top off, but the corner is there. He's picked off. Return to the 40, to midfield, 45, and that's where he's brought down. Tigers wanted the long ball, and honestly, it just got underthrown, and it was picked off by the quarterback for El Dorado, Aiden Roder.
Yeah, if you're Eldo, man, this is about as perfect a start as you can have right here. Tigers got to bounce back. We got to answer. Keep our heads up.
Don't get me wrong. I understand the idea. This is a team that they only run the ball. They're probably not going to defend the pass as well. You want to try to hit them early, but, yeah, that ball just didn't quite have enough juice on it.
Yeah.
So El Dorado up 7-0 early with the ball at the Tiger 45. It's a handoff right up the middle. Good job by the interior defense of the Tigers. They hold that to just a minimal 2-yard gain. I really do believe that if you give the Tigers a couple series, they're going to adjust to the speed of El Dorado.
Yeah.
And once that happens, they have the size advantage.
Sure, without a doubt.
It's weird saying Versailles has a size advantage. I'm still not used to that. So 2nd and 8 for El Dorado. Roder under center. Receiver comes in motion. It's a handoff up the middle. Tigers there. Oh, but churning his feet and fighting for more is the halfback Beasley as he turns what I thought was only going to be about a yard gain into about a 4-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3. And Eldo quick to the line.
Yeah, Eldo they're trying to make you wrong every play.
Tight formation for El Dorado Springs. Receiver comes in motion, trying to get the Tigers to jump, but good discipline. Now Roder going to look to the sideline. Good play call in from the OC. Any adjustments? Figure out who's going to touch this ball. Roder going to dial up his own number, following the halfback. He cuts it back. It's going to be I thought it was a big gain. Tigers hit him at the line of scrimmage, or at the first down marker, but I think they're going to say he picked up enough.
Yeah, I think he just got it over. I think.
That.
Yeah, there you get the call.
That quick snap that quick getting back to the line is really becoming a problem. Eldo already back under center. Roder calling his own number, goes up the middle, keeps churning his legs, and he picks up 9.
Yeah, Versailles has got to get set. You've got to get back on the ball and get set right now. If we get lazy on this, man, they take advantage of it every single time they're watching us.
A reminder, if you're wanting to watch this game, you can stream this game live, mosportszone.com. I think I fixed the bugs. We'll find out. Rover takes snap, handoff up the middle, and driving for the first down. This time, that is Marcus Mossman, just a freshman, 5'11", and 190. So they do have a little bit of size, but the size is still pretty young for Eldo, but that's enough for an El Dorado Springs first down all the way down to the Tiger 21-yard line.
Yeah, Versailles might even think about putting another D lineman down there. Get out of this 3 front for a bit.
Eldo hasn't thought about throwing the ball once. You just got to load the box and make them beat you. It's going to be a reverse following the guard on the left side and picking up a nice 5, maybe 6-yard gain on first down for Eldo. That carry was Connor Bradley, 5'7", 145 sophomore.
Yeah, this is an impressive El Dorado team, man. This is impressive.
I mean, they're not hiding or sugarcoating anything. They're going to run it. And that's it. It's a handoff. No, they are going to throw. Taking a shot to the right side, and the receiver was there, but overthrown. So as soon as I say that Eldo's not going to throw the football, they must have heard me and said, watch us throw the football.
Yeah, they bored us to death with the run game, and then they do that. He was wide open, too.
Yeah, a little confusion in the secondary, but he was overthrown. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5, maybe 3rd and 6 here for Eldo. And the Tigers have had a little chance now to catch their breath. I still don't expect to see Eldo throw it again.
Not very often.
Under center. Going to be a quarterback keeper. Tigers get there. They hit him behind the line of scrimmage and bring him down at the 20. Oh, turnaround, son. Who was that getting home for the Tigers? That was number 2 for Versailles. That's Chase Shoemaker.
We needed that.
That's going to bring up 4th and about 7. And Eldo, are they lining up to go for this?
Watch the reverse.
They are. I thought they'd try the field goal. Under center, receiver comes in motion. He's going to throw. Looking to go downfield. And he's got a man wide open at the 8 to the 5. Brought down at the 3. Caught the Tigers on a slant right across the middle. This El Dorado Springs team is doing what they want offensively right now.
Yeah, and there they go. Back to the hurry up.
Wasting no time at all getting back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to power it up the middle, but it looks like the Tiger defense going to hold solid.
Yeah, you can tell when they get in that hurry up, that quarterback's going to keep the ball. Better get ready. We got to get ready. We're still not down.
Back to the line again is Eldo, 2nd and goal, trying to power it up the middle. Tigers trying to stand it up, but they can't as Roeder able to power his way into the end zone. And just like that, El Dorado has made this a 2-score game. Just like that, my technology is doing what it does oh so well. So there is no sugarcoating, no hiding what El Dorado Springs came here to do tonight. They want to run the ball, and they want to run it a lot. The extra point attempt up and good. 14-0, the El Dorado Springs lead here in the first quarter. We've got 5:12 to go. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Dunn Property Management is currently taking applications for over 30 one-bedroom, one-bath units in Eldon. These units are for ages 55 plus. Rent includes water, trash, snow removal, and lawn services, and can be pet-friendly upon approval. Locally owned and operated with full-time maintenance staff and office manager. They are close to churches, the senior center, shopping, and parks. For more information, call Dunn Property Management, 573-569-1200.
Well, I just realized I've had stuff flipped all wrong. I bet that's going to change all sorts of levels now. Huh, interesting. Okay, then. On that note, we are back here. Are they going to make them redo this extra point? I saw the refs congregating about something in between, and they're lining it back up. I saw a Versailles player jump on the extra point, but I thought he got back in time, but they must have went ahead and said that the offside stood. So as of right now, still 13-0, the Eldo lead. But Eldo going to line up to kick the extra point again. Their kicker, number 24, Sam Margrave. So we'll try this again. The extra point attempt for El Dorado.
Nope.
No good. Tigers get there. So Eldo would have been better off to decline the penalty. I don't know if that's an option, but they would have been better off. Nonetheless, good play by the Tiger special teams. 13-0, the El Dorado Springs lead. We'll go ahead and hold it here since we just took the break. You're listening to the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter coverage here on KS95 Sports. You can watch live at mostsportszone.com. I'm Colton Taylor, the coach Jason Vansel with me. Mark Sidebottom back at the studio. Jason, Tigers only got one playoff last offensive drive. They got to do a little better than that.
Yeah, right now, we've got one play and we're down by 13. So we got to get the ball. We got to keep the ball and drive this field a little bit. And we don't need to panic. We got good enough running backs, Shoemaker and Ty in the backfield. Of course, you got Reese to go to anytime you need bailed out, and X-Man and interesting. So we don't need to panic, but we do need to start getting a little urgency going here.
And if you are wondering about the Eldon Mustangs, tonight they're facing off with the Osage Indians. You can catch live stream of that game at mostsportszone.com or listen on our sister station, Cool 102.7. And the Camdenton Lakers also playing tonight. That game also being live streamed on mostsportszone.com. I will try to pass along any updates on the Eldon Mustangs or any other, teams in this area as we get them. I'm not sure who the Tipton Cardinals are playing tonight, but they've been running roughshod over everyone. Here comes the X-Man on the return, starting at his own 20. He goes to the center of the field, got a couple blockers in front of him, up to the 35, 40, hit it, 45 to midfield, turning his legs all the way to the 50. Man, the X-Man's been the most impressive player out here thus far.
He is the X factor.
Xavier Jones was about one man away from breaking that one.
Boy, when he turned it on, he turns it on, don't he?
So 13-0 sounds bad to start the game, but let's be honest here, Jason. If the Tigers can go down and put points on the board this drive, you're fine. It's still the first quarter.
You don't have to panic. There's still a lot of game to play. We'll be okay.
Tigers going to spread it out. Trips wide receivers to the left, one high. Shoemaker lines up behind Bias, who is in the shotgun. Bias takes the snap, handoff to Shoemaker, and Eldo was ready. They met him the second he had the ball in his hands. That's going to be a 2-yard loss for the Tigers.
Well, right now, I know it's just our second play, but, the line of El Dorado on offense and defense right now is establishing itself quite nicely right now. They're playing with just a little extra energy and a little more gear right now.
And that's something, if you're the Tigers, you just got to look at each other. We are bigger than them. We should be stronger than them. We can't let them bully us on the line.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 12 for the Tigers. Receiver comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Rolling to the left on the reverse. To the 50, 45. Breaks it back to the 40. Head to the 30. Driving all the way down to the 25-yard line. Great run off the reverse. Chase Shoemaker with a 25-yard sprint.
And that might be what we have to do is just get outside. We got athletes and just let them get outside and be athletes.
If you think about it, what does Eldo do? They run between the tackles. They love running between the tackles just like Butler did. Cool. Take them somewhere they don't know how to play. Go play outside the tackles for a bit.
Yeah, go somewhere where they're not comfortable.
That's a Serdike Yamaha first down. Tigers driving all the way up to the 25. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker behind him. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 high to the right. It's going to be a handoff. Shoemaker up the middle. He cuts back, trying to break a tackle, but they are giving up nothing at the line of scrimmage. You just can't go up the gut on El Dorado.
Yeah, when you got your back about 5-6 yards back here in the backfield, we're struggling to get it back to the line of scrimmage. We may just have to keep working those outside edges.
That's going to bring up second. Well, they are going to give him about a 1.5 foot gain there on first down.
Those D linemen, they're not real big, but they are active.
Hear me out. Could you just bring Ty in as a fullback and let Chase start following him? He's athletic and big. I'm sure. Oh, they're going to bring Ty in as a halfback now and line him up to the right.
Yep.
Reese comes in motion. They flip it to Reese. He's got Ty out front as a blocker trying to turn the corner. They grab Murdoch by the ankles and bring him down before he could get the corner. I like the play idea, though. If you can get them rolling to the outside with Ty as lead blocker and Reese as the ball carrier, you got some there. But they did a good job ankle tackling.
Yeah, our guys are they're going about 3/4 speed, looking for that seam to hit, then run full speed. But this Eldo defense is already going full speed at you, man. They're running us down.
That's the problem. Eldo doesn't have multiple
That was a defensive tackle that just ran Reese down from behind. Went about 20 yards across the field and ran him down from behind a defensive tackle.
Yeah, you're not going to see that very often. So 3rd and 9 for the Tigers from the 25-yard line. 2 wide receivers split out to the left. Bias takes snap. He's going to roll to the left. He's going to try to keep it. Flips it ahead. He's got a man at the 20. Ahead to the 10. Cutting back is Shoemaker at the 5. Breaking tackle. He stretches for it. Oh, they're going to call him just short. Chase Shoemaker, another big catch and run right into the Crown Power Case IH red zone. Chase has comprised 49 yards receiving on this drive off of 2 catches.
I'll tell you what I like is the way he's finished both of his plays. He finished them both very angry. I like that, man.
That is a Serdike Yamaha first down. Tigers on the goal line. I don't even think you got to be pretty here. I know they've been hitting you at the line. Feed Shoemaker right up the gut.
That's the attitude we got to have right now.
Bias out of the shotgun. He's going to give to Shoemaker. Right up the gut he goes, powering forward.
Yeah.
And he's in for the score. Tigers answer with a touchdown of their own. They're on the board. 13-6 is now the El Dorado lead. And Versailles, I would assume, going to go for 2.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much our deal. But yeah, that's what we need is that what Chase Shoemaker brought to those plays right there. We need to play with a little anger right now. I mean, this is an important game. We've got to get fired up just a little bit more than what we have been.
I feel like that was a huge drive for Versailles, though, because of the way Shoemaker ran. That was powerful.
Yes.
That was saying, I'm bigger and stronger. You want to try to tackle me, go ahead.
You got to send a message back to him, and I think he just did.
Tigers going to go for
False
2
start.
here. Yep, false start. Looked like the guard jumped.
Tyler Morrison. Big Timo. Not the Timo that's texting me right now, the old school Timo, but the new Timo.
No, the Timo that's texting you, he never got flagged for anything.
He actually got mad because kids are calling Tyler Morrison Timo. He said there's only one Timo, and that's it, Morgan County.
That nickname is trademarked. We're going to have to pay, fees to him now. All right, that's going to back the Tigers. This 2-point conversion now going to be from the 8-yard line. They're going to spread 2 wide receivers, high, 1 low, out of the shotgun. Bias takes it, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's got all of on the pass, just too hot to handle. So it falls incomplete. So 13-6 is the El Dorado lead here in the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter. 2:04 to go. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
It's your last chance to cut a deal at Seidenstricker Nobe Partners. Save up to $5,000 on select compact tractor packages with our exclusive 10-year warranty. And we're offering 0% financing for 60 months with 0 down. Get your John Deere equipment by shopping online or visiting us at any of our 28 locations. Let's cut a deal now before it's too late. smpartners.com.
Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
And we're back here in the first quarter, the Lowe's Home Improvement first quarter, where the Tigers have woke up on that drive, if you will, and drove all the way down the field, put 6 on the board, had a shot at the 2-point conversion. Just a little too hot to handle, falls incomplete, but nonetheless, there is life in this Tiger squad after all. Now let's see if the defense can figure something out.
That's exactly what we needed. We needed to score, and we needed to do it in a very aggressive manner to show El Dorado it's not going to happen like you think it is tonight. So good for the Tigers on that, but we got to get a stop. We've got to get a 3 and out.
I will say something I've seen in the past, and I haven't seen El Dorado play before, so I can't vouch for them. Sometimes these speedy teams will get you the first quarter and the second quarter. By the third quarter, you lean on them enough, they start wearing out.
Sure.
Tigers on the ensuing kickoff. El Dorado will take it from their own 12 up to the 20, middle of the field at the 30, cutting back, trying to follow some blockers, but taking a hard shot at about the 33. That's where El Dorado will start this drive.
Yeah, who was that? Was that Ty? It looks like Ty. He's built like a box. So, yeah, that's Ty.
After just seeing the hit, I assume it was Ty.
That's Ty. I saw biceps crawl out of a pile, so that's got to be him.
I keep seeing stuff that Ty, as hard as he hits, he might not be the scariest Ollison is on the football field. I hear his little brother packs quite the punch.
Oh, his little brother packs a punch and can talk some smack.
I know that part's true. On first down, handoff up the middle for El Dorado.
Push the pile.
Tigers standing him up at the 36. So he'll gain about 2.5, maybe 3. Not too bad first down defense for the Tigers.
Yeah, you want to keep the schedule of plays in your favor if you're the Versailles defense right here.
Quickly,
Second long. So
quickly back to the line is El Dorado. 2nd and 7, staying with that tight formation. Rotared under center. He gets under like he's going to snap it and tries to see the Tiger movement to see what they're thinking. But the Tigers, they've got all 3 linebackers tight to the line of scrimmage right now. It's going to be a handoff right up the gut. Tigers not having it. Ollison and Dobb. Oh, I take it back. I thought they had the play.
You got to be kidding me.
What an effort. A second effort there for El Dorado.
Lord.
My goodness, that was Trey Beasley. I mean, Beasley took a shot from both Ollison and Dobbins. He just wouldn't stop turning those legs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an Eldo first down, moves him up to the 45-yard line. Rotared under center, receiver comes in motion. Rotared going to keep it running to the left following the guard. He'll pick up about 4 before he's brought down. I still can't get over that run.
I know. I thought the whistle had been blown.
I mean, it's not very often you're going to see anybody run out of an Ollison or a Dobbins tackle.
No. But then again, I'm lucky I can't even find the ball right now because Eldo they're a well-coached team, man. They do this offense to perfection.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot find the football.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people may get to think, oh, you just run it. That's boring. No, they run it a lot of different ways, and there's a lot
of fundamentals to this style of football.
It's almost like some show of hand going on for them. Receiver comes in motion, handoff. No, it's a reverse now, trying to go to the left, following the guard, cutting back, but what a tackle! Man, I say that every time I think the Tigers have stood him up and popped him, it's that second effort from El Dorado Springs. That time, I believe it was Connor Bradley, just a sophomore. But the Tigers have forced 3rd and 4 here.
Watch the football and get low.
Biggest thing is you got to rally to the tackle. If somebody stands them up the way they turn their legs, 3 other black uniforms have to be on it.
It's real simple. You just got to tackle everybody. Literally every skill kid, you just have to tackle them in the backfield.
However, that's how the first quarter is going to end. El Dorado leading Versailles 13-6 after one. A big 3rd down coming up when we get back. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Looking for a pre-owned, dependable car or truck? Stop by Tim's Auto Connection just south of Laurie. Check out their selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. Tim's team will be happy to help you find the vehicle you're looking for, even if it's not already on their lot. Call or stop by Tim's Auto Connection for quality service, no pressure, and great prices on pre-owned vehicles. Tim's Auto Connection just south of Laurie. Call 573-372-0280. That's 573-372-0280.
And we're back getting ready for the second quarter of play in this matchup between El Dorado Springs. I told Paige it was going to be a game tonight. How many times did I say El Dorado versus El Dorado? And El Dorado leading 13-6. Jason, you got any score updates for us?
I do. Coach Marshall, or Chris Marshall, the principal over at Blair Oaks, is always sending me some good stuff. Right now, it looks like Blair Oaks is up 21-0 with 11:21 left in the first half, and I believe they're playing California tonight. Let's see. Hallsville is up 14-0 against Grandview with 4 minutes left in the quarter.
I'll pause you for just a second. 3rd and 4. Snap. It's a handoff right up the middle. Fighting for yards. Tigers hitting him just shy of the first. I think they stopped him short.
I do too.
The official, he's close. I think it's going to be just
short.
However, I would not be surprised. I think El Dorado, they're going to rally to the line and go for it. It's going to be 4th and inches. El Dorado quickly back to the line. At least showing like they're going to go for it.
Don't fool yourself. Number 4, the quarterback, is going to keep this. I guarantee you.
Roeder telling his guys the same for sales. Can they stop them from gaining half a yard? Roeder under center, halfback, right up the middle, powering forward. He's got the first down and more, breaking tackles to the 35 ahead to the 32-yard line. They needed half a yard. Instead, they got about 12.
Oh, my gosh. That's heartbreaking if you're Versailles out there trying to make a stand, get off the field.
Beasley runs like a grown man.
I don't know how much that kid weighs, but he runs twice as heavy.
He weighs 150 pounds. And
150 pounds? Oh, my Lord, 150 pounds. Sophomore.
Roeder acted like he was going to throw. Instead, he's going to keep it. I see a flag coming out, though. I believe this one's coming back. Going to be a holding call. He picks up about 11, but at least I thought I saw a flag come out.
I didn't see one, Cole.
I saw something get thrown. Maybe it was a mouthpiece or something else. Never mind.
Well, he found a seam, and he hit it hard, didn't he?
I don't know if this statement's going to make sense. They are patient, but they are fast patient.
Yes.
So that moves the chains again. They're now down to the Tiger 24-yard line. Receiver comes in motion. Instead, he's going to drop back behind the halfback, now back up to the line of scrimmage. They really are just running this to see if the Tigers are in man or zone, but Tigers really aren't hiding much. Roeder going to keep it and go right up the gut. He'll pick up 5 before being stood up. Well, actually, he won't. He'll pick up about 3 ahead to the 21-yard line.
Well, the way the Tiger defense is set, we have our tackles and head up on the guards, it looks like, and there's no nose guard, and the linebacker's not coming, so you might as well just have a quarterback keep every single time. You're going to get 3 or 4 yards guaranteed right there. There's nobody there.
Once again, you can tell that is the bread and butter of this El Dorado offense. It's not a matter of if they're going in the middle, it's just who. Roeder looking to pass. No, he pump fakes and tries to drive. However, he runs right into the beef of the D-line of Versailles, and they're going to stop him right at the 20. A good job to not bite on the pump fake and stay home. And that's going to force 3rd and long for El Dorado. I mean, 3rd and at least 6. I'll call it 7.
Yeah. If they can just get some of that, because you know they're not going to be punting, obviously. So this will be 2-down territory here.
Can the Tigers get a stop? Roder under center. Receiver comes in motion. Handoff right up the middle is Beasley. No, it's a keeper on the outside. Doesn't matter. Tigers aren't fooled. They get him, but the flag comes out late. Is this going to be a bad tackle?
I'm wondering if we got a face mask here.
My camera is just going psycho every time I don't want it to.
It looks like it's going to be on the defense, I think. Here.
I'm afraid you're right, Jason. Seems like every time Versailles finds a way to do something right.
Shoot ourselves in the foot.
Waiting to see what the white hat has to say. Yep, that's going to be a face mask on the Tiger defense. So they read the play. They got there in time, but the hands went just a little high. That's going to march this ball up the field right into the red zone for El Dorado Springs, already leading 13-6 and threatening to put more points on the board. So that'll move the ball up to, where are they marking that?
Well, they got
about the 8.
The 8 or 9, somewhere in there.
Clock is wound. Roder getting the play call in from the sideline. Receiver comes in motion, handoff to Beasley right up the middle, and he is popped right away.
Yeah, there you go.
My good, I think Ty Ollison rode him for 5 yards. That's, jeez. I know there's a rodeo coming up tomorrow night. Ty must be getting ready. That boy is just a different breed.
He's a cool kid, man. I like talking to him in the halls.
He don't take anything too serious.
He drinks 2 gallons of water each day at school. I've never seen nothing like it.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know, man.
2nd and goal now. It's going to be a handoff from left to right. But going in the middle of the field, the Tigers are just not having it. I get the feeling that this D-line of the Tigers is getting a little irritated.
Well, hopefully we're starting to get our responsibilities down. But when we get them stood up like that, everybody needs to get to the pile and start ripping and stripping.
Well, once again, this is going to bring up 3rd and goal. 8:35 to go here in the 2nd quarter. The Tigers starting to show a little more life defensively at the line of scrimmage. I mentioned it earlier, and I'm not saying that's what's happening necessarily, but you wonder if as the flow goes along and you start to get used to the speed and the play calling, maybe the size can be a factor. Roder under center. He's going to hand it off right up the middle to Beasley, trying to power forward. Beasley breaks a tackle, but he's brought down at the 2-yard line.
Get ready. They're going to get up and get going quick.
So this is a big play. 4th and goal. The Tigers backs to their own goal line. Can they get one more stop? Roder under center. Beasley's back. Quarterback sneak right up the middle. Roder trying to pile forward. Did he break the line?
Short.
They stuff him. The Tiger defense stuffs him at the line.
We needed that.
What a huge stop for Versailles. However, we saw this last week. That ball is, it could not be closer to the goal line. Thank goodness my camera keeps freezing.
If there was a 1-foot line, we would be on it right now. We got to protect.
What did you learn from last week if you're Versailles?
Well, we learned that it turned into 4 points for the other team on 2 safeties.
I almost wonder, and I know a lot of people call me crazy, do you consider letting Bias roll out and trying to throw a quick slant? That way, if you're under pressure, you tell Bias, just chunk it out of bounds.
I don't know, man. I get under center, and I just push and try to get 2 yards and get just a little breathing room, but that's just me.
My only problem with that is El Dorado is so good in the middle.
Well, if my 5 can't take on a D-line of 3, well, they just went down to a 4 now, so.
Bias out of the shotgun. Receiver comes in motion. No, Bias is going to keep it and go right up the middle, trying to power forward for a little breathing room. I know he at least got back to the line of scrimmage.
Got a little bit, I think, there.
Yeah, may have gained a foot or so.
I've seen him pulling guard.
Well, he gained a yard on that. And, just a yard even makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah. For your anxiety level, if nothing else.
Once again, I'm a risk taker. This is one of those I'd almost consider line up like you're going to go right back up the middle, and I tell Reese, go. Yeah. Just put one in the air, run that go route. Reese, you ever had a 98-yard touchdown, buddy? 2 wide receivers out to the right for Versailles out of the shotgun. Takes snap, hand off to Shoemaker. Going right up the gut, breaks the tackle. He goes to the left, a nice gainer on 2nd down. That's going to move the chain. Serdike Yamaha first down out to the 12-yard line.
We need to feed that boy the ball. Every time he's touched it, good things have happened tonight.
And defensively, he's popped a few people. I don't know what Chase had for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but feed it to him daily.
Get a dump truck full of it, get it in here.
Last time I saw a Shoemaker that hit that hard, his name was Sam. My goodness. All right, new set of downs here for the Tigers. Wide receivers trips right. Receiver comes in motion. Going to be a handoff. No, keeper bias up the middle. Little room there. Up ahead to the 22. That's an 8-yard gain on first down. I think the Tigers are figuring something out.
Yeah, I think we're getting tired of it just a little bit here.
It's worth noting Tigers will get the ball back, start the second half, 6:40 to go in the H&R block of Versailles' second quarter. Versailles trailing 13-6, but they have the ball and momentum. Big goal line stand from the Tigers. See what they can continue to do with it from the 22-yard line.
You get the feeling Reese is going to pop up some point here, don't you?
2 wide receivers to his right. Reese comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Reese. Trying to get some room on the left. He turns the corner up the sideline to the 40. Stiff arms a man and dives forward to the 44. Reese just gave the most casual, get off me, little boy.
He's smooth, isn't he?
I don't even know if I call that a stiff arm. He slowed up and just kind of like tossed the kid out of bounds. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Well, it was about time for him.
That's a Serdike Yamaha first down. I hate to even use this word. I don't just feel like the Tigers are figuring something out. You feel like they got a little swag back to them right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, getting that stop on defense was huge.
Oh,
That'll get it back to you a little bit.
So new set of downs. Receiver comes in motion. Ball is fumble. Tigers dive on it, though. Back at the 40, trying to go with the reverse, and Shoemaker with the closest thing to a mistake that he's made all night.
I like the idea of going to Shoemaker, though. He's paid off big tonight.
Oh, yeah. Going to Shoemaker is never a bad move. But so that's going to back the Tigers up. Second down, second and about 14 here. If that's going to happen to you, better on first down than any other down.
Get a little rollout action right here. A little rollout, hit it out in the flat to Reese or X-Man.
I don't disagree. Even, honestly, you could dial up Albrecht at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little... You don't have a little. You got a lot of height advantage out there.
He's got everywhere.
He's got 5 inches on his man. Now Reese is going to come in motion, and Bias going to keep this one, trying to truck forward, but the defense was not fooled.
Well, they practice against that offense every day, so they...
Sale's going to have to throw the football here on 3rd and 14. Once again, call me a little crazy, but Jason, if you pick up 7 or 8 of this, I'm going for it on 4th.
I would agree.
The way El Dorado's been able to work the clock with about 5:10 to go, if you punt this ball to them, you're probably not going to see it again before halftime, and you risk going down 2 scores.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're going to go 2 wide receivers wide out to the right. That is Albrecht and Reese. Receiver comes in motion. Snap. Bias. Throwing. Overthrew Reese, which is not an easy thing to do. They're trying to go for the quick hitter at about the 50. That one falls incomplete, and, well, now I'd say the Tigers going to be forced to punt here.
Yeah, with this distance here, you're going to have to probably put it up in the air.
And Tigers looking to the sideline. I think they're going to punt. I don't know. There was no substitutions made. They may be going for this. And they are. They are about to go for 4th and 14 from their own 40. Trailing by 7. Bias takes the snap, drops back. He's going to put some air on this one. Looking for Reese in the middle. Overthrown, picked off at the 30. Return on the way, back to midfield. Now up to the 40 of the Tigers. And finally brought down hard by Ollison at the Tiger 40-yard line.
That's disappointing.
That play was, the sad thing is, I think Reese was there. But hey, that's a tough throw, and
well, he's nursing a groin injury, I know, and he just didn't look like he
can't get up like he normally does.
He doesn't look like he's moving quite, like Reese normally does there.
And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. I'm not sure which team called it, but a stoppage of play nonetheless. Lloyd Belt Automotive timeout on the field. We'll take the break as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Sure, people say vaping is a safer alternative to smoking. It's safer than swimming with sharks while dressed like a seal, flying a kite in the middle of a lightning storm, brushing your teeth with toilet water. Just because people say vaping is safer than cigarettes doesn't make it safe. Do your part. Spread the word and the trend.
This message brought to you by the Miller County Health Center.
A very strange first half for Versailles. They just went for it on 4th and 14. And don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily questioning it. You got to do what you got to do. And sometimes the toughest teams to beat are the ones that'll go for those big risk plays. But now, Tigers trailing by 7. El Dorado with the ball, 4:46 to go in the second quarter, and they're starting off at the Tiger 41-yard line. Roeder, quick handoff up the middle to Beasley. No, instead it's a fake pitched outside. Tigers were ready for it. They're going to stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we got a good stop there.
I got to give them credit. This offense that El Dorado runs is giving me fits. I mean, I am confused. Quickly back to the line, though. Roeder under center. Beasley back behind him. He gets down like he's going to snap it to see if the Tigers will move. I'm trying to figure out how to turn this lamp. Oh, there's not a light bulb.
Keep on eating that clock.
Roeder looking to the sideline for final instructions. Gives Tigers a little time to catch their breath. Receiver comes in motion. Roeder looking to throw. He's going to go up the sideline. Man is wide open. Caught to the 30. To head to the 10. Brought down at the 6. Nobody was on him.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Had the other receiver ran our corner off, and he was wide open underneath.
Tough break for that Tiger defense. I think everybody in this building was expecting a run.
We got timeout for sales.
Tigers trying to regroup. They've made one goal line stand already. We'll see if they can make another. We'll go ahead and take one more break here for this Lloyd Belt Automotive timeout. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Your local Lowe's tackles the competition this fall and backs its high school football teams this season. Lowe's wants its customers to do it right for less. Shop at Lowe's for all your tailgating needs and be prepared for autumn leaves. There's something for everyone at Lowe's. Easily located in Osage Beach on Highway 42. Score your own touchdown this season. Come in or shop online at Lowe's.com.
And back here in the second quarter, this matchup between Versailles and El Dorado. El Dorado leading Versailles 13-6, but threatening to add on to that. Jason, we had an Eldon update just a few minutes ago, didn't we?
Yeah, I had an update. It was the end of the first quarter. Osage 15, Eldon 0.
Boy, that is a tough spot. Osage comes in winless. We saw this last year where Eldon rolled early, and then when they ran into Osage, that became a problem for them. We'll see if Eldon can respond. Those we'll have them next week. So Eldo, new set of downs here from the, first and goal, I should say, from the 9-yard line. It's fake handoff. Now they're going to go to the reverse. A lot of room there. One Tiger left to beat, cuts inside as the receiver drives into the end zone. Touchdown, Eldo. Tigers have to dedicate so much to that run up the gut that when they go to that reverse, there's a lot of green grass.
Yeah. You're going to see more of that play in the second half, I guarantee you, because it's worked almost every time.
The only nice thing for the Tigers is there's 3:55 to go in this quarter, and you get the ball back at the half. If you play this right and you can go put points on the board, you can help yourself out a lot.
Yeah.
Extra point attempt coming for El Dorado Springs. They're going to go for 2. Handoff right up the gut, and it looks like Tigers got him.
Yep, stop.
So big stop. So I believe it should be 19-6. 19-6. The El Dorado Springs. I don't know what they are. Whatever they are, they're
an official ruling on that because I've always wondered.
I'm gonna have to call the mayor. That's the only thing I can think.
Eldo, you can never go wrong.
But Eldo with this lead, but Jason, 3:50 to go in the second quarter. That's still plenty of time with this Tiger offense to go put points on the board.
Yeah, we're gonna probably, Reese doesn't seem to be moving quite as well, so we may have to look to somebody else. We got a big 6'4" kid out there in Tristan. We also have X-Man that's made a few plays tonight too, but we're going to have to get this thing down the field and score and then get that ball back in the second half.
I do wonder, as much heat as we've seen Eldo bring at times, if you could get away with the screen game a little bit, get Chase Shoemaker out in the flat.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid, the way he's running tonight, you just need 1 or 2 good blocks and you'll spring it.
Right now, that's the kid that's carrying us tonight.
Back on the return, is that Reese and X-Man back there? And then Chase the next line up. I would love to see, actually the way X-Man's been returning them, I just kick it right at him. That kid, he's had some big returns already this evening.
Yes, he has.
So can the Tigers answer before the half? Kickoff, they're just going to pop it right up the middle like a squib or an onside attempt. And a clean catch recovered right there at the 47-yard line for Sales. So
Morrison, good job getting down on the ball.
I tell you what, X-Man's done such a good job. Eldo didn't want to see him return another.
No, and I don't blame him. I mean, right now, make the Tigers drive it on you. So, if I'm them, that's pretty smart.
A short field, though, for Versailles. You've got to go about 55 yards and 3:55. That's not terrible.
They're daring us. I mean, they're daring us. So
Tigers just got to stop beating themselves. Wide receivers trips right on first down from the 47. It's going to be a screen pass out to Ollison, trying to turn the corner at the 45 to midfield. Bringing a tackle ahead to the 40. Takes on the corner, trucks him, and drives to the 30. Ty Ollison, rumbling, stumbling, grown man football.
Honk, honk. Yeah.
I'm just going to...
He literally ran him over and then went 5 more yards.
That poor corner. He looked like a deer in the headlights, and the problem is it was a semi-truck coming at him.
Yeah, Ty's not a Ferrari. He's built for toughness.
That was absolutely terrible, or terrifying. Excuse me, not terrible.
Well, we got 3 left, and we got Tristan all by himself over here, so we'll see.
Nope. First down is going to be a screen pass this time to Ollison to the left. Can he do the same? 5-yard gain, 10-yard gain, breaking another tackle all the way to the 10-yard line. Ty Ollison is just taking over things right now.
And that may be the passing game we need tonight, right there. Safe passes, and let our kids, because we seem like when we get on the edge, we're pretty tough. They don't seem to have an answer for us out on the edge. So that may be the passing game we need tonight.
A timeout called by El Dorado Springs, as right now El Dorado is asking, who or what is number 7 for Versailles?
Yeah.
My goodness gracious.
I think you have something there if you're Versailles, though, for real, because they cannot stop anything we've had out on the edges to this point.
Well, it helps.
And that's a safe way to get Ty with a head of steam out there. You got Shoemaker.
That is 6 foot and 205 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, you got to really think to yourself how committed you are to being a tackler when you see that coming at you.
You've got to think to yourself, how much do I want to not be sore tomorrow morning when you see that coming at you?
Do I want to hit this kid, or do I want to be awake for prom in April?
I was about to say, Jason, I'm about 6'1" and 230 on a good day, and I can tell you if Ty's got a head of steam coming at me, Ty can just keep going.
Yeah, he does have it. Yeah.
I got to go to work next week, which, by the way, that was a Surdike. Oh, no, that is just shy of the first down. However, they are in the Crown Power Case IH red zone. Tigers, I said they had enough time to score, and, man, there was 3:55 when this drive started. There's 3:18.
We're doing it. We're starting to find those little ways that we can do some things against Eldo here. So,
I believe it was some great philosopher, Shakespeare, or someone who said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, keep riding it.
It's going to be a handoff. This time Murdoch cuts to the middle, breaks a tackle, carries a man into the end zone. Reese Murdoch from 8 yards out. Touchdown, Tigers.
You cannot overstate how important it was for us to drive down the field like we just did at the end of this half and score that. That is huge.
So
mentally.
If you're Versailles, you have had about as much go wrong in this first half as you could possibly do, and you still have a chance of going into the half down 1 score with getting the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly why that drive was hugely important. Mentally sitting in that locker room, being down by a couple scores, that's tough, but this was big right here. But we got to find a way to stop them.
We'll see what the Tigers can do here. A 2-point conversion attempt coming. Receiver comes in motion. It's Shoemaker. No bias, going to keep it. Drives up the middle, stretches forward, and it's good. Tigers convert the 2-point attempt, and it's 19-14 with 3:12 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's the shot in the arm we needed right there.
I think Versailles has learned what they can do here in the second quarter. But hey, we'll take a quick break. Be back with more second quarter action. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Holly Lift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake, and you found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Holly Lift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Holly lifts.
We're back here. You know, I briefly forgot we were doing a radio broadcast right there. It's been that kind of week. Versailles has made this a 5-point game with 3:14 to go here in the second quarter. Jason, how big is a defensive stand here for the Tigers?
Oh, man, this would be huge right here. With the amount of time you got, man, if we could just get that momentum, get us a stop, we could put another one in right now.
Boy, that would be huge. If you could somehow force a 3-and-out or a turnover, you talk about home field advantage becoming such a huge factor. The crowd and everything's going to be in it. Ensuing kickoff for the Tigers, and that one is kicked well to about the 18. Return coming here for El Dorado. Head to the 25. That's where the Tigers stand him up by the 27-yard line. Good job by the Tigers special teams.
Just keep everything in front of you and get them down. That's all you got to do. Worst case, run the clock out, but just don't let them score. You know something tricky's coming. They're going to have something tricky here in a second. That reverse is going to come back for sure.
Yeah, Tigers have seen enough of that reverse tonight. I got to believe or hope that maybe, just maybe, they're going to be looking for it a little bit. So 1st and 10 for El Dorado from their own 28. Rotared under center. Receiver going to drop back behind the halfback. He does this thing where he flashes back behind the halfback like they're going to line up too deep. Then he comes back up to just left of the line of scrimmage. It's going to be hand up right up the middle for Beasley.
Driving back.
Tigers there.
There you go.
Allison tried to stand up, but who was that hooked him around the waist?
I think that's Tyler. Is that Tyler? 55? No,
52.
52. I forgot who 52 was.
Well, let's see. I got a little cheat sheet that'll tell me who 52 is.
Probably got better eyes, too.
52, Dalton Reza.
Reza, good play, bud.
Dalton Reza just hooked him around the waist and kind of got – that's a big thing that's not understood enough from people, I think, that don't play football. When Reza hooked him around the waist, he dropped his body weight low.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I mean, Dalton Reza, he is a sophomore, 5'10" and 170. When you got 170 pounds on your waist and it drops down to the ground, and then Ty Ollison's pushing you on your shoulders, you're not really going to go very far.
No.
So Coach Seitz now talking to his team, dialing something up here, trying to get a big stop. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for El Dorado Springs. So I checked the time. Oh, we're not quite to the legal ID just yet. A reminder, you can watch this game at mosportszone.com. I know there's probably a hiccup here and there with the video. I'm fighting through it, I promise. We're still on, so that's something. And you can also catch the Eldon Osage game on mosportszone.com or on Cool 102.7. Our last update, Osage was leading Eldon 15-0.
15-6 now with about 2 minutes left in the half. Eldon came back and scored one.
All right, that's big for the Mustangs. 2nd and 8 here for Eldo, and what's the issue? Everybody was down and set, and the official was not. I don't want to comment on the officials from last week, but I was very concerned about that one.
I laughed about that for a couple days.
I'm not positive he's made it off the field yet. All right, 2nd and 8. Eldo, handoff right up the middle. Tigers hit him early. Tigers going to get it in the backfield. They're going to drop him at the 28-yard line. That's a 4-yard loss. I'm telling you, there is a fire lit under these Tigers. Timeout by Versailles. Versailles, they're not looking to go to the half trailing. They want this ball back before halftime.
The clock is continuing to, unless I'm crazy, and that's the timeout thing. I thought the clock continued to run. But
no, that's the timeout thing.
Is that the timeouter?
Yeah. There should be 2:40, 2:50 left here in this quarter. So the Tigers it's gonna be 3rd and 11 for Eldo. If the Tigers could stand stout, they could get this ball back with, more than enough time, especially considering what we saw out of them last drive.
Oh, that was a very angry drive. That's what we need another one of.
Angry.
This would be huge going into the half if we get this sucker back and punch it in.
Angry sums up a lot of what we've seen out of Versailles tonight, specifically the running of Jay Shoemaker and Ty Ollison.
Well, yeah, and we need a lot more of it too.
That's something you can coach a defense however you want, but when some kid comes at you full speed, not scared to hit you straight on, I don't care how well you're coached. That's just going to be a matter of willpower at that point.
Let's play chicken right out on the field.
So here we go, 3rd and 11. Eldo, they're going to have to throw this. I can't imagine they'd stick with the ground and pound here, and it's not 4-down territory for El Dorado. Tigers got to be ready for the pass. Receiver comes in motion, handoff up the middle. No. Keeper by the quarterback, turns the edge, gets to the outside, picks up the first down at the 45, ahead to the 47 before he's brought down. So Tigers had Eldo backed up on 3rd and long, but just letting him bust to the outside. And a good job by the quarterback for El Dorado Springs, Aiden Roddert, for extending the play.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but you got to give Eldo credit, man. They're running this offense to perfection.
They go quickly back to the line of scrimmage at their own 48. Handoff right up the middle to Beasley. No, it's going to be a keeper. Roder trying to dial his own number again. But Versailles is starting to catch on to that. It's going to be a 3-yard gain, but it wasn't an easy 3 by any stretch of the imagination. 2:15 left in this second quarter. Eldo leading by 5, 19-14. That clock, Eldo, it takes them a while to get a play, and we're talking 15, 20 seconds prior to every snap. So if they keep this pace, I don't actually know that Eldo can get points on the board without throwing it a little.
No.
Receiver comes in motion again. It's going to be a reverse this time to the left. Tigers see it. Allison there gets him around the ankle and brings him down. And Dobbins was coming in to help finish it off as well. And he had the X-Man backing him up. The Tigers saw that reverse enough times.
Yeah, was that number 27? I believe that's Zeke Miller sniffed that one out a little bit there.
Good job by the Tiger defense. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 1:30 to go in this second quarter. Tigers trailing by 5, but they get the ball back to start the second half. Eldo at the Tiger 48-yard line. Snap. Roeder going to hand it off to Beasley. No, Roeder going to keep her. Excuse me. I don't know who's got – somebody's got the football, and they got tackled at the 46-yard line of Versailles. A minimal gain. That was Roeder keeping it.
Now, as quick as Versailles got down the field a while ago, we have 1 minute left.
1 minute left. No timeouts, though, but still. And Eldo going for this on 4th and short. Why would you not? Why are 4th and 4? Eldo with the ball rotated under center. I think they may just be trying to get Versailles to jump, burn some clock here. Because there's 15 seconds left on the play clock. Game clock at 45. You can run this down to 30 before you have to punt. Yeah, I think that's what Eldo's doing. I think Eldo's going to take the delay of game and punt this. Play clock down to 5. Roeder not even under center to snap this. And they're going to wind it down to the 1. And that is the case. They'll burn a timeout with 1 second left on the play clock. They just wanted to take as much game clock down as they could.
Well, I guess it's smart.
But what does that say about Versailles? Versailles could not stop Eldo at all in that first quarter. And now Eldo, enough respect for that Tiger offense to say, hey, we don't want you to have a full minute. You might go put points on us.
Well, and Colton, like you said, eventually you'll kind of figure it out. Versailles can't practice against that. Nothing against our scouting kids, but when you get a scout team out there, you can't simulate that kind of offense with your practice squad. So it'll probably take us a while to kind of figure out how this offense is working. Because at first, boy, we were biting on everything, but it's hard to get a look like that. That's why these teams like this are tough to prepare for.
I want to see who's back to return this punt for the Tigers. I want to see either Chase Shoemaker, Xavier, or good old number 6 back there to take this one back. But I'd say that Reese is not on the field, which kind of surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, he's over here taking a break on the sideline.
That's all right. Tigers, I'm not sure that they think they're going to punt.
I think they think they're going to go for it.
Well, I mean, it looks like there are 31.4 seconds left in the second quarter, and Eldo lining up like they're going to go for it. Rotated under center. It's going to be a handoff. No, he's going to keep it. Trying to drive forward. It's going to be close. And I think they're going to
know.
I think he's short. Depends which ref you look at. The far side ref gave it to him. The near side ref did not. Both sides are pointing different ways, and I think they're going to go with the far side ref spot. Are they going to give them the first down? They're eyeballing it.
Oh, I want a measurement.
Oh, White Hat's coming out, and what's the signal?
Yeah.
It's calling for a measurement?
I think so. Referee timeout.
All right, at this point in time, we'd like to thank our friend Heath Murdoch running the chain gang over there.
And a stellar job Mr. Murdoch does, without a doubt.
If there is anybody that could stand there and hold the first down marker, I don't know that anybody does it quite as well as he.
Really, when you think about it, to hold something and do nothing else also at the same time, you're just standing there holding something, takes a lot of incredible talent.
It really does. Let's see this measurement. Well, we got a camera zooming in on this, Jason. This is nice. Jane comes out, and I think they got it just by the nose. Did they? Yes, I mean by an inch. Personally, I think I saw the official stumble forward when he was spotting that football.
Yeah, I was going to say. Brittany Carver on the camera, I think, up there tonight, too. So give her a little shout out there.
Brittany, you are doing a fantastic job if you're listening right now. I appreciate it. You're getting some great camera angles here.
Great kid.
She is my hero right now. All right, Eldo, 26 seconds to go with the ball on the Tiger 47-yard line. If you're Versailles right now, you're only down 5 and you've got some momentum. You got to get a stop before the half. Roeder looking back. He wants to throw up the sideline, and it's off the helmet. Out of bounds, broken up by the Tigers secondary. Trying to see the number. Who was that for the Tigers? Is that Chase? I can't tell if that's a 2 or a 3 on the chest.
Number 75 just steamrolled the quarterback. Oh, my Lord.
Really? Oh, that'd be Sean
Is that Scooter? My Lord, Sean.
2nd and 9, handoff up the middle. Beasley going to get put down after a gain of about 5. And they're going to let the clock just roll. That's how the first half's going to come to an end. So after a rough start, Versailles fights back, makes it just a 5-point game at the half. El Dorado leads 19-14. Halftime show coming up just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people. Call DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
Car buying has definitely changed a lot. I don't dread it at all anymore, thanks to everybody at Lloyd Bell Automotive. I knew what SUV I wanted. I knew right about what I wanted to pay, but I thought it was going to be hard to find until I mentioned it to the guys at Lloyd Bell Automotive, and they had one here within 2 days. They brought it to me. They made sure I loved it, worked out all the financing. I've never done business like that before. Lloyd Bell Automotive is definitely making car buying fun again, and as a busy mom, I appreciate them very much.
Lloyd Bell Automotive, downtown Eldon.
Stepping onto the boat, pushing off from the dock, tying on the perfect bait, and casting a line.
Grandpa, we got one.
Sharing your favorite hobby. Brought to you by Lake Regional Orthopedics. From total joint replacement to memories that can't be replaced.
My fish is bigger than yours.
Our commitment runs deep. Learn more at lakeregional.com.
And we're back here at the Hy-V halftime show. We got the camera on the field because the Tiger band out there putting on a show. And I heard, are they doing something for the MCAC kids as well?
Tonight is MCAC night where we're going to recognize all of our players, which our MCAC program, just to give them a little shout out, we're rocking almost 80 kids. Wow. Grades 3 through 6, which for us, that's a lot. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're struggling to find equipment for all your kids, April Boycourt's always having to buy something off Amazon, another helmet or two or this or that. You know, we've got numbers back in our programs. You know, as we told when we interviewed Spinagle that night, all the way down to all the way to the 3rd grade. So things are looking up, but we're going to honor them and their coaches tonight. So
it is halftime. El Dorado leads Versailles 19-14 right now, but Versailles with a lot of life in them. They'll get the ball back, start the second half. You mentioned Mr. Spinagle. I swore that when I got on air tonight, one of the first things I was going to do is show that man some love. If you have Facebook and you happen to have him on Facebook, I have never seen somebody that is so happy to be at a school, that is so proud of the school, and it seems like he is everywhere and ultra involved.
Yeah, me and a couple kids did about a 40-minute interview with him the other day. We just put it on Facebook today. We just sat down, we talked about his life before he came here, just him as a person, and obviously the business side, the superintendent side, and just his story. And, you know, the thing that strikes me and what everybody keeps bringing up is the dude is just 100% real.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, yeah.
There's nothing fancy about him. And a lot of people are thinking, well, then that's how people should be. Thank you, JT. But it's just not, it's just, oh, there you go. It's just how it is.
I am so confused right now. Okay. Yeah, no, I completely agree. That is.
I drink them both, so I can care less.
Oh, okay, which one do you want? I don't care.
Whatever you want. You're the boss, man.
I don't care. You take whatever you want. Back to the point. Talking about Mark Spinagle here. I actually checked in with his daughter, Allison, who I've known for years and years. And even she was talking about how happy he is here and all that. I just, like I said, it's so nice to see someone so involved and so passionate about the school. And I think that's part of the reason why you talk about the MCAC numbers. We see the numbers at the high school level. It's because we've got people like Mark. We got people like you that have been just trying to breathe life into youth sports over and over because of it. Like I said, that's a great problem to have. Oh, no, we don't have enough helmets because we have too many kids. Great. I hope that problem occurs every single year.
We have a lot of change here. Obviously, new conference. I know he didn't have anything to do with that in 4-day school. But there is, with him being at the top, and it's nothing against anybody ever before, but he just brings a different energy level and something different. For instance, most of the time when you're in a football game, you see administrators down there on the track keeping an eye on things, doing what they do. I don't know if you noticed the Knob Noster game where he was. He was leading the middle school kids in the school fight song.
That's amazing.
Some people didn't notice that. That's something you don't see, and it gets noticed. And the dude's just 100% real. He's authentic. He's just a breath of fresh air.
And I will tell you, we are here at the Hy-Vee halftime show. Versailles trailing El Dorado Springs 19-15. You talk about him leading those middle schoolers. I can remember vividly when I was a freshman and a sophomore, our volleyball team, Stover volleyball, is always good. It's just what they do.
But historic program right there.
My freshman, sophomore year, they weren't just good. They were scary good.
Sure.
They made a sectional run that year, and that was the first year that we had a new superintendent by the name of Mr. French. And not only did Mr. French want people to show up to the games, I can vividly remember him being in the middle of the student section, and he had this cheer that I know after I say this on air, someone's going to go, "You really did that at a volleyball game?" Our chant after our girls got a kill was "Blood makes the floor shine, kill, kill, kill."
Hey, there you go.
And one person would yell the first half, somebody yelled the second half. He was the one that would yell the first half for the student body to reply, and he was the loudest man in the gym, and it just somehow made it so much cooler. And before you knew it, our we called the dog pound at the time, we'd have 70, 80, 90 kids showing up suddenly, and that gym was rocking. And it was so cool to see that kind of spirit. So to see that, and now I see Mr. Spinagle doing the same thing for the kids here. I see Aaron Allen, another one who I can't say enough good things.
Job,
I mean, I'm pretty certain I could text Aaron and ask him about anything for a Versailles game, and he is there with bells on, ready to go.
Well, he's a true coach's AD. He wants his coaches to be taken care of. He wants to keep their life as stress-free as possible. So, on that volleyball thing, Spinagle was at a home game. We've been having some tremendous crowds at our volleyball games this year. Credit to the student body. Some of the kids were telling me that normally in years past, we kind of get in trouble for getting too loud, and you look over and the superintendent's screaming. And it's like, well, if he's going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Oh, it's great. I got to tell you, once again, we're just biding a little time here at halftime. I can remember Cole Camp and Stover during that volleyball stretch. That was a rivalry right there. I mean, their volleyball girls were good, too. They were in different districts. They were making a sectional run as well. And we would go over there, and it would be like all of our soccer and basketball boys together and their blue crew over there. And we go back and forth all game long, screaming at each other. And it's like the volleyball game was exciting, but our yelling at each other was just as exciting. And that's
what makes the whole experience, man. All this stuff in the bleachers, it's a football game. But that's all it is unless you have all this. This is what makes it an experience out here with the smoke, the new way of introducing things, the crowd.
Right now, these kids running out a tunnel of cheerleaders. I mean, if you are, I don't know what these kids are, 7, 8, 9 years old, some of them. If you're an 8 or a 9-year-old and you're running onto the same football field as the big high school
on
boys.
A Friday night turf, man, this is a big deal, man.
Oh, yeah, spotlights are on, crowds cheering for you. This stuff these kids are going to remember. And this also gives these kids a reason to work. It builds that work ethic, that camaraderie, that stuff they're going to need for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And I just think it's awesome. But I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. We're going to talk about some older kids that already have their camaraderie, and they got a big matchup coming tomorrow. I'm talking about the Mizzou football squad.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah. We'll visit that in just a moment here on the Hy-Vee Halftime Show. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1991, Capital Monuments and the Atterbury family has served and supported the Mid-Missouri area. They've been offering generations of memorial experience by designing and creating the highest quality monuments. At Capital Monuments, they specialize in creating personalized and lasting tributes, from pre-need and at-need family memorials to military and community tributes. Come in and talk with one of their monument design specialists. They're located west of Jefferson City in Apache Flats, or visit capitalmonuments.com for photo samples. Capital Monuments, the tribute that lasts forever.
Hooray!
racing legend and spokesperson for Como Connect, Chip Thunder here. I tried to use artificial intelligence to write an advertisement for me, and well, yeah, I done fell in love with me.
I love you, Chip Thunder.
See what I mean? I just wanted to write an ad telling people to go to ComoConnect.com and sign up and get award-winning ultra-fast internet, and this done happened.
You're doing great, Chip Thunder.
Well, that's just creepy. If you want internet that you'll love, but not in a weird way, go to ComoConnect.com.
Whoa, Chip Thunder.
Lakefront homes, luxury homes, condos, first-time home buyers, farms, foreclosures, townhomes, villas, lakefront commercial. First Choice Realty is Eldon's oldest and most trusted real estate brokerage. Christopher Weeberry is a lifelong resident of the Lake area and real estate salesperson. Call Chris Weeberry with First Choice Realty today if you're thinking about selling or looking to purchase a new home. 573-480-2313. That's 573-480-2313.
Back at the High V halftime show here on KS 95 Sports, and I love this. The MCAC kids being honored on the field right now, and they big smiles across the board. They all seem pretty excited to be out there.
Them little cheerleaders out there in their uniforms, man, they love that stuff. Bows on their hair, rocking it on a Friday night.
Jason had a bow in his hair when he got up here, but I didn't have the matching one, so we decided it wasn't the look.
I just got white hair. It matches the white bows.
Oh, Jason, tomorrow, big test for the Mizzou Tigers. Number 14 K-State coming to the Zoo. Sold out Mizzou Arena. I mean, it doesn't get bigger than that for the Tigers.
No, it's this is a big one. This is a big one. It's time to start winning. So we'll see. I mean, you got to have a packed house if you're going to beat them, first of all. You got to have that crowd behind you. That's the one thing about Mizzou, man.
Man, I got a bone to pick with one thing that I keep hearing. I'm a big Twitter guy. I follow a lot of sports reporters on there and stuff to get updates, mainly on the Chiefs. But one guy I saw was like, I don't know why Mizzou keeps trying to go to Luther Burden so much. They need to have other options. I'm going to be honest. If I had Luther Burden, I don't know if anybody else catch pass.
Go to him until they stop it.
Exactly. They were on there complaining, oh, he's already got 13 catches and like 200 yards. Great. I hope he gets 13 more against K-State. Like,
no kid. Yeah, why'd Montana throw it to Rice all the time? I don't know.
Come on, for real. Why'd Randy Moss get targeted so much?
Yeah, what was the deal with that? Why didn't you spread it around?
Yeah, why I think Versailles throws to Reese Murdoch too much, don't they? That's well,
people overthink this game too much.
They really do. I mean, it's no different than in Kansas City. It's like, oh, well, the Chiefs don't run the ball enough. I'm sorry, we got number 15. I don't care that we run the ball anymore.
Yes.
And the Chiefs, boy, it was a rough start, but I will say, if there was ever a week to have a bad week, it was that one because the rest of the AFC did not take advantage whatsoever.
Well, I'm going to guess their practices probably got better after that loss early on. They know, hey, we found out something, and now it's time to go to work.
And let's just call it what it is. You're not going to have that many drops in a game very many times. I actually like Kadarius Toney, and I think he's a very skilled receiver.
He had a bad day. But he's a good player for us. He's been a great player for us.
But people also got to remember, he had no OTAs, no preseason. He had knee surgery, didn't get to do any of that.
Sure.
And don't get me wrong, he still made some ugly plays, but I love that he came into the presser earlier this week, and he's like, it's on me. I should have caught those. It's a man's game, and I did not play the way I should have. I apologize to Coach and Patrick, and it won't happen again.
You know, they're not playing that fourth preseason game anymore where a lot of your starters, that fourth one, would always get quite a bit of playing time. You're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So your week one game is kind of your big find out party right there, I guess.
And it's worth noting, I've tried explaining this to people as well, no Travis Kelce on the field. A lot of people I've heard is, well, he's only going to have so many catches. It's not what he does statistically. You have to play a different kind of defense when Kelce's on the field.
And some of those other guys come open because of him, just out there running around.
Well, when Kelce's not playing, we saw that Detroit, they would run two safeties high, little nickel defense out there, because you can do that. It takes the top away from our defense, and we don't have receivers necessarily that could create in that system. When Travis is out there, I dare you to run that. He's going to have 200 yards in the middle of the field by the third quarter.
Well, even Chiefs fans, there was a little bit of a deflation knowing he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought, I don't care if his knee's hurt. He plays. That's just Kelce.
And I think he wanted to. I think
you can imagine the team felt the same way. You can't help but to when you don't have somebody like that out there.
I've heard a lot of reports that he wanted to. The trainer basically told Reed, I think it's better if he doesn't. And I do respect the fact that Andy Reid listens to the trainers and doesn't override them.
Yeah, you got 16 more games.
And Travis is 34 years old, 33 years old. You can't. He's not a kid anymore. You can't send him out there like that. But they're fine. They lose, but so did Cincy. The Bills. I'm sorry, but Josh Allen is not a top 5 quarterback. You're not going to convince me otherwise anymore. The dude since 2022 has 39 interceptions and 17 fumbles or something.
He has some great moments. I'll give him that. But yeah, you got to put it all together.
You do, and so the Bills lost, Bengals lost. I'm trying to think. The Chargers lost. Yeah. So really, all the teams that we're competing with for the 1 seed this year, they didn't capitalize.
It was really minimal damage. So
it was,
and you learn real quick. It's sometimes it's good to get home right out the gate.
It is. And Kansas City on the road this week. They are in Jacksonville. A noon kickoff for that one. The Jags are a good team. Trevor Lawrence is a very good quarterback.
Yeah.
And they've got Josh Allen, the pass rusher, coming off the edge, who's solid. That's another one I got a kick out of was the Chiefs' new right tackle, Juwan Taylor, was blowing up the internet in that Thursday night game because it looked like he was false starting on every single play. And they asked Juwan about it, and he said, the refs never talked to me. He goes, I'm telling you, I time my snaps. I'm doing that on purpose. He goes, I'm not false starting. If you slow it down, I'm moving with the snap. I want to know if that's true, because if so, that might be the most talented snap timer in football.
They didn't call it.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. If they didn't call it, it ain't false starting.
J.J. Watt tweeted, he's like, guys, I'm watching and I get it. I think it's a false start too, but if the refs aren't going to call it, I'd keep doing it too.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Yeah, you always go the extra mile if you can get away with it. We are here at the Hy-Vee halftime show. Versailles and El Dorado Springs. Jason, first quarter was all El Dorado. They ran the ball the way they wanted to. Versailles didn't seem to have an answer, and offensively, Versailles couldn't get clicking. But that second quarter, a lot changed. What changed for the Tigers?
Well, just they're starting to figure it out. I totally believe that offense that Eldo runs is tough to prepare for. You can't get a look like that. Your scout kids cannot give you that look. You just got to kind of get out here and figure it out. In the first quarter, they were hurting. Second quarter, we started to fix it. And we also found out in the second quarter, maybe we don't need Reese every play. We've got Shoemaker and Ty right now. We can get them involved in different ways, and we can dominate this game.
And I absolutely believe that stamina is going to have something to do with it as well, because it did seem like as the game went on a little bit, there was a little bit of wear and tear on that line for Eldo.
Yeah, you can see a little bit.
I would love to see the Tigers be able to come out here, and I don't want to use the term bully ball, but it's football. I want to see a little bully ball.
I want to see them play angry. It's time to play angry. You want to take it to the next level, that next step as a program. You need to come out and take this team down in the second half and put them down hard.
I'm just looking across the board here, and the Tigers have some size comparable to El Dorado. El Dorado's biggest boy goes out there at about 6'1" and 225, but I'm looking, Jay Sean is 6'1" and 230. You got Big Mike 240 at 6'3", going on 6'4". I mean, there is some size out there. Ty Ollison 205, but plays like he's a 240-pound middle linebacker. I think the Tigers can really get something going, but it's going to come down to, can you stop them from going up the gut?
Yeah. Once again, it goes back to what's been hurting us the last couple of weeks, is just running straight at us. So, Coach Tice is pretty good at adjustments. We'll see what he's going to do. I guarantee he's in there drawing something up, because this is old school football, and that's exactly what he grew up on.
That is very fair. He may know a thing or two. Generally, if you can play D1 college ball and then play in the National Football League, you might know the game a little bit.
To accidentally pick a couple things up.
Yeah, trip and fall into it. But yeah, I will say, just thinking back to the Tri-County Conference versus this new conference for the Tigers, it's a little less skill position based. I feel like when you were in the Tri-County, you had teams like Hallsville and Blair Oaks and even Southern Boone at times. They had receivers that would just light you up. It was nothing to see 300 passing yards in a game from the Hair Boys up at Blair Oaks.
Yeah.
Whereas what we've seen out of this conference is ground and pound.
I like it. I mean, to me, if you're a purist, you like it. But
this is 50s Alabama football we've seen out there. The wishbone in the eye.
Let's go to the weight room in the offseason, then we'll go to the field during the season. We'll see who wins. I mean, that's literally how this conference plays, and I like that.
It's like Marcus Allen and Coach Strammer about to walk out on the field. All right, line them up, boys.
Yeah. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, though.
Oh, man, that was quite the time in football, wasn't it? I don't know. Either that, or I guess I could say you could go to the Dick Vermeil era with 03 with that Chiefs line. I still to this day haven't figured out if I think Priest Holmes was that great of a running back, or if I could have got positive yardage behind that line.
He had to be all right, I guess. He did all right for himself.
I'm just saying, though, if you let me follow Brian Waters and Will Shields and those boys, I think I could get a positive yard.
I will find a way to mess that up. I promise you that.
Well, we're just about ready for the third quarter of play. I was trying to see. About 2 minutes left halftime. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with third quarter action. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
American Sun Control and Powder Coating is your powder coating and railing specialist at the lake. We can custom design new railings for your deck or pool area, or make your existing railing look like new again. Maybe it's time to enhance your outdoor living space with a new screened-in porch or room. Our 40 years of experience is your assurance of total satisfaction. Check us out online or Facebook. That's American Sun Control.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated block advisor's office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
Are you looking for a rewarding career that includes tons of perks? Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach IV and see the difference. They're offering extremely competitive pay, plus benefits include medical, dental, and life insurance backed by a 401k plan and bonuses. Find yourself in a career with Hy-Vee. Stop in today at your Jefferson City or Osage Beach Hy-Vee or visit high-v.com for employment opportunities.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
And we're just about ready to get the third quarter underway. The American Sun Control third quarter. Tigers will get the opening kickoff of the second half. Will receive the opening kickoff, I should say, trailing by 5. And Tigers really figured something out in the second quarter. And I think that was, hey, if we can get outside of the tackles with a little bit of momentum, it's a struggle for them to bring it down. That's where the size factor becomes the thing. Eldo may be as fast as Versailles, but they're not as big.
Yeah, they're not as big and physical. And we get head of steam, man. We're hard to stop on them edges, so... If I was Versailles, I would be all over that with Shoemaker and Ty Ollison in the second half.
I will tell you, over in Eldon, it is 15-6 the lead for School of the Osage. They are in the third quarter of play right now. You can listen to that game on our sister station, Cool 102.7, or stream it live at mosportszone.com. That's actually what JT's doing back here. It's easy for me to keep up.
Wonder how many people they got over there tonight. I know I had to walk 20 minutes to get to their press box when we did the Owensville game.
I don't blame them. They've started out pretty promising, 2-1 on the season. That's a big game. Be really nice to see the Mustangs come back against Osage, as they're going to be fighting for district position in their district as well. And this game huge for Versailles because of district seeding. I mean, you pick up a win, you go to 2-2. You're going to be sitting right there in the mid-pack of your district with a chance to host a home game, because looking at it, it's a 7-team district, so that means there's going to be a first-round bye for the 1 seed. So the top 3 seeds after that would get to host a home game. As it sits right now, Versailles would have a home district game.
Man, that's huge right there, too, man. That's huge.
I mean,
that's just big for your program.
I don't mean this rude, but when's the last time Versailles had a home district game? The year was 1847.
Yeah. Long time ago, we'll say that.
Well, they were wearing leather helmets at the time, if it tells us anything.
Seems like during Silver's time, we may have hosted one, but, man, it's been a while.
Well, that would be huge. Oh, my gosh. And Camdenton is committing war crimes against Parkview. At the half, they lead 56-0.
Half?
At the half? Good Lord. Oh, my gosh. Parkview currently in the locker room debating if they're coming back for the second half.
Golly. Mercy. I'd hate to give the speech to the team about what to do the second half if I was them.
I don't want to talk to Denny next week is all I'm thinking. That man's going to, oh my goodness. 50. What do you say if you're a coach? Well, boys, we did gain a yard out there. Yeah, that'll be running clock in that one, just a guess. All right, but the game at hand is a good one. Jason, I tell you what, we're good luck for good games.
We've been blessed, man, to see some really good football this year.
I mean, even last week, yeah, it was a 2-score game in the end, but it was a fight all
But we got to
through.
see some really good plays. X-Man making that one-handed catch, it didn't count.
X-Man lighting someone at the goal line.
I mean, how many games you see where there's 2 safeties? I mean, we got to see some cool stuff in that game.
We absolutely did, but all right, here we go. Second halftime. Tigers trailing by 5. The American Sun control third quarter. Tigers going to get the ball first. Let's see what they have in store. And will El Dorado kick the ball back to the X-Man? Because he's been having some pretty big returns already in this one.
Well, if you don't want to kick it to him, you can kick it to Reese, I guess. We'll do that too.
Oh, yeah, sure. I don't know if he's good at football or not. We'll find out.
If I'm them, I'm squibbing this thing.
Actually, that seems like the best idea.
I would.
Well, no, but Chase Shoemaker's right there at the 30, so just pick your poison. And the kickoff is going to be a little squib. Hoppin picked up at the 40. And the 37, I should say, of the Tigers. And just a heads-up play. There was no return attempt or anything. Brady Dobbins just wrapped his arms up and went to the fetal position.
Yep, that's coaching right there. You get the ball, you just go down with it. We want the ball.
I would like to see Dobbins on a return because he's a pretty stout, muscular kid himself.
Yeah, he's a little thinner than he was last year, but more muscular. So he looks like he's a lot better shape this year.
So the Tigers with first possession of the second half, starting from their own 37-yard line. 2 wide receivers, high to low. Out of the shotgun, Bias takes the snap, looking right. He's going to throw far side. Catch May, turning outside is Albrecht. Nice little juke move. Running up side for a first down and more. He's got a block out front to the 40, 30. Turning on the Jets to the 25-yard line. Tristan Albrecht, his first catch of the game, making some noise.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when's the last time we have thrown it to Tristan, honestly. Now that I think about it.
How about that juke move? The corner's going to have to retighten his cleats after that one.
Yeah, he came to a stop and then took off again. That was an awesome job.
Whew, what a move by Tristan. I know John's smiling somewhere after that one. The officials taking a timeout. Probably want to go check on that poor kid's ankles.
Somebody get run over on the side. Is it he?
Oh, yeah, we got a member of the chain gang down?
I don't know.
No, I see Heath standing there on the far side. I don't know what's going on. I think it did take out a member of the chain gang.
Well, that should be the only ones over there.
Well, goodness. When Albrecht gets rolling, apparently that's just a runaway freight train.
That Ryan Pryor's standing over him, so.
Is that really the medical help you want?
I guess. Well, it's better than Heath coming over.
Well, that's fair. Wait, is Ryan running the other side of the chain gang?
Is that Lehman?
That is Pryor over there? Oh, my goodness. Yeah. You're telling me the chain gang is Pryor and Heath, and we think that's going to work all night?
Might have been Brent Lehman. I don't know if he got hit on that deal.
On the next possession, Shoemaker up the middle. Breaking a tackle. Driving forward. Gonna take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Versailles retakes the lead. 2 plays. They drive down the field and score.
Yeah, you look at this drive and the last scoring drive we had right before the half. There's something going on now, man.
I don't know what Coach said at halftime, but my goodness. Well, the Tigers were briefly in the Crown Power Case IH red zone. Chase Shoemaker saw it as he ran through it. You talk about some angry run in that kid.
He got a little intention tonight when he runs the ball, doesn't he?
20-19, the Tiger lead. They're going to go for 2. 2 wide receivers out to each side. Reese comes in motion, faking the handoff. Bias going to keep it, diving up the middle, stretching, and he gets it.
Got it.
Conversion is good. 22-19. Tigers lead by 3. 11:35 to go in this third quarter. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Your hometown lumberyard and proud high school football supporter, High Brothers Lumber. High Brothers Lumber prides itself on knowledgeable customer service, on-the-spot instruction, being family-owned and locally operated for 44 years. And at High Brothers, we have the biggest delivery fleet and nothing less than premium lumber. Let the quality be the difference that brings you the win at High Brothers Lumber, located on Old Highway 5 South. High Brothers Lumber.
And what a statement from Versailles. They got a big stop to end the first half. And the second half, I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. Albrecht sets the tone with a 25, 30-yard gallop off a nasty juke move. And then Chase Shoemaker says, well, hey, give me the football. I think I can do it too, as he trots all the way into the end zone.
Chase is getting it done tonight. And Colton, if I'm not mistaken, that's 16 straight points by Versailles right now. So,
well, and I got to show a little love to the big men up front for the Tigers because they played a little bully ball on that drive.
Yeah, they did.
So Coach Side's got to be happy as the Tigers take a 3-point lead, 22-19 here in the third quarter. Side to side, checking. Tigers, what a kickoff. High spinning toe ball going to be taken from the 14-yard line, middle of the field for El Dorado, and a good tackle. Woo, at the 26-yard line. Was that Aubrey?
Aubrey.
My goodness, he's got that 7-foot wingspan, and he just about clotheslined the return man.
Got the offense and the defense.
There is a fire in these Tigers yet. So El Dorado will start this drive from the 26-yard line, their own 26-yard line.
This is huge right here with this kind of momentum, man, if the Tigers can get a stop.
We'll see if they stick with the same formula we saw in the first half. It's been a lot of Rodert under center and a lot of Beasley taking handoffs. Rodert going to hand it to Beasley right up the middle. Tigers hit him early and push him back.
There you go.
Ty Ollison never let him go, escorted him all the way back to the 20-yard line.
Put him in timeout back here.
So it's going to be a 1-yard gain on first down.
Get ready, Tigers. They're going to try to come at you. Eldo's got to get a little momentum going. So
wouldn't be surprised to see him go back to that reverse as well. They like to bring Bradley from right to left or left to right and get that. Bradley lined up to the right at the moment. Rodert under center again. Receiver comes in motion. He's going to hand it off on the reverse to Bradley. Tigers ankle tackle. Bradley breaks out, but Tigers rally to him, and he's dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the Tigers coming at him in waves, man. All the levels of the defense getting to the ball. So.
It's so easy to stop and watch when you see that first tackle being made, but they did not. They kept after him, and a good job. So 3rd and long for El Dorado from their own 27-yard line. I got to believe if the Tigers can get a stop here with minimal gain, El Dorado would have to punt.
This is big right here. Especially as easy as the Tigers scored on the last 2 drives.
3rd and 9. Rodert going to go back under center. He's got Beasley behind him. 2 wide receivers high. Receiver comes in motion. Rodert fakes a handoff, looking to throw. Trying to take the top off. He overthrows the man who had a little space. X-Man was closing fast, though. That's going to bring up 4th and long, and I think El Dorado has to punt here.
Yeah, you've got to.
Rodert's coming off the field, so I would assume they are.
You knew that pass was coming. They've only thrown it one time in the first half, and it was wide open. So,
if you were watching the first quarter of this game and you walked away, you'd think El Dorado would be up 30 points right now.
30 to nothing. Right now.
Instead, Versailles has stolen all the momentum, and El Dorado going to punt, and Reese Murdoch back at midfield to return this one. And
got back very deep.
What have we got here? Timeout going to be called by El Dorado. They want to talk this over. Maybe one of those, they saw Reese going back to return, but hey, is it worth punting? Should we try something else?
Man, I'll tell you what, they're brave if they don't. I'll just say that, especially right now.
This is huge for Versailles. If you can make something out of this drive, put some points on the board, you have shown a lot. My goodness, Jason, we got the best camera worker in the business right now.
Brittany Carver getting it done.
I swear, this girl is just, I am impressed. I keep looking down these camera angles. Once again, you can watch this game, MostSportsZone.com, and even if you're not watching the game live, but after the game you want to go back and see some of the highlights, these videos post right to YouTube. You can go back and the kids can watch their favorite plays and all that. But Brittany, if you're listening right now, you are crushing it. I appreciate what you're doing up there.
Well, she was actually recording a public service announcement with JT right whenever I told him about her there in the counselor's office yesterday.
She just does it all.
She does it all. She's a good girl.
Versailles using the timeout to make a little switch. X-Man now going back to return. And they're going to put Reese a little farther up. I think they're worried about a fake here, and they want to make sure that Murdoch's there to corral just in case, nearly blocking the punt. They get it away, though. X-Man lets it take a hop. He'll field it at the 30. Going to the left. He gets ahead, drops his shoulder, and drives the defender to the 40.
Took a shot.
Hey, that was a heads-up play, though. He wasn't in a position to make a clean catch on the return, and I actually like that he let it hit and then played it off the bounce instead of risking muffing that.
The way the Tiger, we've had 2 drives and 4 or 5 total plays. Just get the ball, take care of the ball, and get your offense out there.
So just a tick or two under 10 minutes to go in this third quarter. Tigers lead by 3. They forced a 3 and out. They scored in 2 plays last drive. They've got the ball back on their own 39-yard line, looking to expand this lead. 2 wide receivers out to each side. Bias out of the shotgun. Shoemaker comes in motion. They're going to hand it to him. Trying to get the edge. He cuts back inside. 10. He's got 50, 20, all the way up to the 40. Driving him to the 36-yard line. Chase Shoemaker.
Chase Shoemaker is averaging about 15 yards every time he touches the football right now.
This kid ate his Wheaties, my Wheaties, your Wheaties.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. That's a Serdike Yamaha first down.
I bet he didn't eat Ty's Wheaties, though, still.
No. Ty still ate his own Wheaties. You don't touch Ty's Wheaties. But, my goodness. And that a great job by Bias. He held on to that one as long as he could to see what the linebacker was going to do.
Yeah, he's come a long ways as a new quarterback. I mean, he hasn't played football for 3 years. He did a tremendous job.
I kind of love the fact that in the first quarter, El Dorado came out and said, we're going to run the football at you. Versailles said, fine, we'll run the football at you too.
Here we go.
Bias out of the shotgun. Going to give it to Shoemaker right up the middle. And he just drops his shoulder and runs into the pile. He'll pick up, 3.5, 4 yards. I thought they were going to get him at the line, but he had a head of steam.
I'm fine with that, honestly, because it's a good game, and the clock's running, and it's Eldo's offense that's been the problem for us tonight. And they're standing over on the sideline, so.
We also both know what's going to happen. They're going to go ahead and Versailles is going to power this ball on them for a while. And eventually, when they see how loaded that box is, top's going to come off that thing, and they're going to take a shot at either Albrecht or Murdoch or go to the X-Man.
You know it's coming.
X-Man only needs one hand to make the catch. And look at the space they are giving these receivers. They're playing 10 yards off the line.
Oh, a screen would be an easy play right now.
Instead, it's going to be the reverse. Shoemaker, can he get to the corner? He does. Cuts up to the 30, 25, 20. One man to beat. Cuts back inside all the way up to the 12-yard line. Chase Shoemaker.
I don't know how many yards he has, but I bet you he's over 100 right now easily.
My goodness, Chase Shoemaker. This kid. He's running like a man possessed all the way into the Crown Power Case IH Red Zone.
Yeah, he's giving everything he's got right now. I would expect him or Ty to put this thing in here real quick in an angry manner.
Tigers have shown out in dominant fashion to start this second half. Wide receivers too wide. Shoemaker comes in motion, faking the handoff. Quick pass outside. It's caught by the X-Man at about the 5-yard line. He is stood up there, though, so a nice quick pass.
Hey,
Picks
like
up
that.
7.
Yeah, I like that. You know, you give to X, he's a decent athlete. Get him out there in one-on-one, and let's see what he can do.
Oh, yeah, there's always a chance he breaks that tackle. And plus, now you've got, 2nd and 3?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good job on the Eldo defender to get him down, but I like that play.
All right, 2nd and 3. Tigers can get a first down, but they're close enough at the 5. Might as well just punch it in.
You can do whatever you want when you're second and short like this.
They've got Reese and Albrecht out to the right. X-Man and Chase to the left. Reese comes in motion. They're going to hand it off. No, keeper. Bias powering up the middle to about the 4. Flag comes out late. Is it going to be on the tackle or is it going to be a hold? Hold on the Tigers. Going to back them up. So that's going to make it about 2nd and 8.
You know, I'm fine with it. Actually, we're pretty good in open space. So we're not really good in between the tackles right now. That's where Eldo has actually held us the best. So this will just give us a little bit more room for a second down play. So that's the positive spin on the penalty.
Yeah, a play call coming in from the sideline here. I don't know what. I think I saw that wrong. I swear I just saw Coach Seitz dab up your son. He at least bumped knuckles with him or something.
I'm just glad he made it past the first 5 minutes of the game because that was about all I got out of him last year.
Maybe the play call is Michael, bulldoze the kid in front of you, and Chase is just going to follow you in. I just now realized Michael reverted right back to center, didn't he?
He went right back to center and the end.
This O-line has looked good in the second half, and he's a big part of that. It's going to be handoff to Murdoch, going to the right on the reverse, and they were there waiting for it. El Dorado stuffs him at the line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 12. Well, that was a 10-yard holding penalty. I was thinking only 5.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 12 now for the Tigers.
I don't think I overthink this. 2 plays, Chase Shoemaker, you're getting them both. Let's go.
I'm okay with if you want to run a little rollout for Bias and try to get a slant in the middle. Or, you haven't let Olliston bounce to the outside in a while.
Give a little flare at Ollison or Chase and just say, get it in.
And the way this defense is laying out for El Dorado, I'd come to the near side on a little screen pass.
Oh, mercy, yes.
They're going to go 2 receivers to the left. Ollison is the back end, I believe. He's going to come set the block. Bias a bullet up the middle, and Albrecht's going to want that back. It hit him in the numbers.
He's going to get made fun of on that one tomorrow.
Oh, too hot to handle. I think if he could have got his hands on it, there's 6 more points on the board.
Yeah, it's funny you said screen. If you watched Reese out here, he literally took 2 steps back as if it was a screen play. So that might be coming here.
So 4th and 12. Of course, Tiger's going to go for it. Why not? You're on their 14 and you got a 3-point lead. They're going to spread them out. Trips to the left. Shoemaker. One of them. It's going to be a quick screen pass to Ollison. He's got a head of steam to the 10, to the 5. Powers his way in. Touchdown, Tigers!
That play cannot be stopped by El Dorado right now. It doesn't matter if it's Ty or Chase, either one. They have no answer for that play.
I was anticipating contact just because 7 had the ball. No one got in his way.
Versailles has got to ride that horse all the way to the finish line right there.
Well, the problem is that
they don't want no part of that.
I was going to say that horse ran over everybody once or twice already.
He ain't going to have to run over nobody ever again now tonight. So.
Ty Ollison, he's having a big game already. Tigers grow their lead. It's now 28-19, and they're going for 2, trying to put 30 on the board. 2 wide receivers left. It's a quick handoff. No, Bias going to roll out wide open in the end zone. 2-pointers good. Is that Albrecht with the grab? All right, Tristan grabbed that one.
Made up for the drop.
30 on the board for the Tigers. They grow their lead to 11 with 6:09 to go here in the American Sun Control third quarter. We'll take the break. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Are you looking for a great place to work and call home? Arvet is accepting qualified applicants to any of its central locations, Lynn Creek, Lori, and Ashland. Arvet has state-of-the-art facilities, excellent customer service, and team spirit when it comes to serving its furry family members. Top salaries, custom employment packages, and executive housing available for accepted applicants. Arvet supports continued education, benefits, and the best opportunity for a meaningful career in the Ozarks. Please deliver your resume at any location and check us out on Facebook.
And JT actually with the comment that makes me chuckle here when we interviewed Coach Seitz before the game, his comment was, well, the Tigers need to play all 4 quarters. And I think JT hit the nail right on the head. They only need to play the middle too, apparently. Jason, how does this happen? The Tigers, no offense, but the Tigers got manhandled in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, they're making the plays on defense now. They've figured out. I guarantee somebody's talked to them about the option responsibilities. Who's got dive back? Who's got quarterback? You just got to quit looking in that backfield and trying to guess what Eldo's doing and just do your job. This was always about responsibility football. And the Tigers right now have made their adjustments. They're figuring it out, and they're getting their defense off the field. And our offense, when we get out on the edges, we're not stopped. Chase Shoemaker and Ty cannot be stopped right now.
Chase, I just love this because Chase Shoemaker is running like, everything's on the line. Ty Ollison looks like a kid in a candy store because most people, when you get out into open space, it's like, all right, I got to cut, I got to juke, I got to do something fancy. Ty's like, ooh, there's a defender. I bet I can hit him.
He's just wishing somebody would come up.
The kid is the most violent football player I've ever seen that is such a nice guy.
Oh, he's a wonderful kid.
A great kickoff by the Tigers, going to be fielded at the 10 for El Dorado, up to the 20, middle of the field.
That's a hold.
Flag comes out, and this one is coming back. Doesn't matter. Special teams stood him up at the 25 anyways. Well, 28-yard line, I should say, but
that should have been a hold on Eldo, actually, right there.
I think you are correct.
It was pretty blatant. I don't see real well, but I can.
Well, usually when there's multiple flags on the field, that's how you know it was a very obvious one. And the white hat does agree with you. This one's going to back up again. So Tigers already with a 11-point lead. Math is hard. 6 minutes going this third. If you can get another stop here, and do anything offensively, you really take control of this game.
If you're the Tigers, you got to be the shark in the water. You got to be wanting to put your foot on their throat, all the cliches. You need to finish this game hard.
Versailles got manhandled in the first quarter. They've had 2 interceptions, and they still have 30 on the board.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes about the potential of this offense. And once again, we're in the third quarter.
Yeah. Well, we got pushed around a little bit last week. We got pushed around in the first quarter, and it's just time to make a stand.
So on 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line, Eldo, it's a handoff up the middle, and Tigers were waiting on it.
Nice job. Who's that? That's Michael.
That's your boy. Big Mike Vansel just wrapped him up and planted him.
Good job, buddy.
And I love how excited he was getting up. He's been waiting to do that.
I'm just happy to see him smiling, man. Just enjoying sports right now.
Oh, man, I just got to imagine what's going through his head right now.
I couldn't believe he was 6'3", 240. And when I looked at the program, I lived with the kid.
Let's be clear, 6'3", and I think he's closer to 6'4" than we want to give him credit. That's a big boy.
He's bigger than me than I was ever.
Oh, yeah. That's
now.
I wouldn't lip off to him too much. Handoff up the middle, and the Tigers get to him at about the 26-yard line. A solid gain, about a 4-yard gain on second down. Strong running once again from Beasley. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. So El Dorado is able to still get some offense going, but in the first quarter, they were getting 8-9 yards a chunk.
Yeah.
Now it's 2, 3, 4. It's
and if it's going to take you this kind of time to do it, that's in the Tigers' favor.
3rd and 4 for El Dorado.
We keep more than a 1-score lead. That really plays in our favor with this offense. It's a little slower.
Roder under center gets the orders in from the coach. Receiver comes in motion. He's going to keep it running to the right behind the guard, diving forward. He'll get enough for the first down ahead to the 31-yard line. He really likes that left side. When he's going to keep it, he likes to follow the left tackle and guard on that side, and they do a good job creating a little space for him. But like you said, the clock is the Tigers' friends now, as it's down to 4:30 here in the third quarter. And Versailles,
especially like right now with Eldo looking to the sideline and doing this, I mean, this is in our favor.
Oh, it's 20 seconds of possession just getting the play call in for Eldo. Rodert under center. Receiver comes in motion, takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Beasley. Rodert looking to throw. Tiger pressure gets to him. He's brought down. Tigers get home with the sack. Who is that?
Dalton Reza.
Dalton Reza. He got one hand on the jersey and would not let him get away. What a play. Versailles looks like a different team in this second half. That's going to be, oh my goodness, that's a 6-7 yard loss there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 16 or 17 here for El Dorado.
This is the side of the ball that we needed to have this happen on. I mean, we needed to do something on defense big.
And a good job by the secondary. They were a big part of that. A handoff up the middle for Beasley.
Push him back. There you go.
Ty hugs him. Excuse me, that was Mossman running that one, and Ty just hugged him and set him down.
Ty let him know. He let him know quickly on that, didn't he? Ty's pumped up right now, boy.
This is 3rd and 14. Yeah, Allison just informed him, you're in my house right now. We don't. My older sister wrestled. I know how to shoot a takedown, all right? Timeout. Timeout going to be called by Versailles. Lloyd Belt's automotive timeout. Coach Sides probably just making sure they've got the right play in place to.
Don't want a trick play. Don't want to let them off the hook now.
And the secondary has been great. That last sack, actually, I really believe was a secondary sack because the quarterback looked up to throw and there was nothing there.
Yep.
So this is a big 3rd down. I mean, I got to